Hello, everybody. Wait, I hope everything's good. Hello, hello. Okay. All right. All right. Amer, a primer. Are
Yes.
you in? Yes, you're
Can
in. Yay!
can I speak? Can I speak?
Yes, you can. Hi. Welcome to my
Hello.
stream. Oh my gosh.
Thank you very much for the invite.
Okay, thank you for coming in. Oh my gosh. Hello. Okay. Yay. Your audio, I feel like your audio sounds good.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
How are you? How are you, buddy?
I am doing fine. I mean, work is okay. I would say work is okay. Life is okay. And since we're having technically, I asked for a day off today, so it's like an extra long weekend ish. So yes,
Nice. Oh my god. You got a long weekend because yesterday was a holiday.
yes.
Sweet. All right. Hi, everybody. Okay, I have my buddy here with me, Primer. We're actually like
Hello.
friends, and we're gonna be doing a Zatsu today. So, if you guys don't know what a Zatsu is, a Zatsu dan is just basically casual chatting, and it's just
Mm.
a chill time where, yeah, it's just a chill time, just chill time. It's the
Mm.
weekend. We're here to chill. I'm trying to like my model is just like booping everywhere. I feel like today, and hopefully I'll get that PC upgrade. But yeah, but good to hear that you're doing okay and looking
Thank you very
forward.
much.
It's gonna be a relaxing time, everybody. Primer and I are gonna be talking about popular anime of 2025.
Yes.
So before we
Yes.
start,
Mm-hmm.
let me just check the GM music, whether it's playing or not.
Okay. Because I'm just watching your stream as well, but I'm not listening to it because we're actually talking.
Yeah.
So I mean, not from this side. I mean the. I mean, how does it sound? Okay, let me just play it very softly on my ear.
Because now
Okay, I can hear
yes,
myself.
yes, that's the whole
Okay,
purpose of
myself.
the channel. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, to make our lives easier, I'm gonna open the stream from like another device so that
Okay.
yeah, so that because this is the problem I have when I play solo live stream. It's hard to tell. Okay, yeah, I can hear the audio is nice.
The audio is okay.
Okay, wait, I need to lower it. Yeah, because it's too loud now. Okay, there we go. That's your audio. How about me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Hello, people.
Oh, my mic is damn low, bitch. Everybody's been hearing me on low. Okay, now everything's fine. Okay, I should sound okay. Yeah, everything should be
Mm-hmm.
okay. I lowered the audio as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, now everything on stream should be okay. Yay! Primer.
Yay.
So, I know you're here. It's going to be like a really chill chat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just like to introduce you to my viewers as well, whoever's coming in and out of stream. Guys, this
Mm-hmm.
is my friend Primer. He likes Gundam a whole lot.
Yes, I do.
That's how I knew him. He has a Twitch channel and also a TikTok as well as Instagram. So if you guys like Gundam, you can check out his channels. You can
Thank
find
you very
his links
much.
also in my description box. Yeah, he really like
Thank
he
you.
was Primer was the first person who introduced me to um actually getting my first Gundam. So
Oh
thank you. Yes,
yes.
we did a collab on that. I remember. I think it was
Wow.
what was it? What Gundam did I get? It was
It was.
it's a God. I need to
It's
Google
Sailor
him.
Moon kind of
Yeah,
thing.
the Sailor Moon. It
Oh
was
my
the
gosh.
Gundam. It's not Serene because that's clearly
Mm.
Sailor Moon. No, no. But I remember, and it was actually fun building her as well. We have the video like up on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out.
Yes.
So
My
anyway,
gosh.
So coming on to like the whole podcast, we're gonna be talking about popular anime that actually released for 2023. So wait, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
face you. Hold on, I'm not facing. Oh my god,
Okay.
the lag is so real. so basically, anime that has released in 2023. What's popping off? What's popular? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll start first, and just like kind of go along and ask if you have checked out any popular animes that's trending right now. So Primer, okay,
Okay.
basically, okay,
Yes.
I haven't tapped into anime like quite heavily as I used to for the past few months, but I know for
Same.
this
Very much same.
year, this year we definitely had like what's the word? We had like I'm bringing some back from like
Mm.
last year because they kind of extended in 2023. So I'll still count that as like
Okay.
a 2023 anime. Because some of them
Okay.
ended like by March. So like one of them was Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man really popped
Okay.
off. Um, as it did.
Mm-hmm.
We also had popular animes that's trending, and when I mean trending, it's like on Netflix and everything. That's when you know it's popular. So
Okay.
there was Oshinoko. Have you heard Oshinoko? Have you watched Oshinoko? I think we'll start with Oshinoko first, because
That's a very good one.
yeah, that's like a
Um.
really pop. Let me bring up a picture of what's her name?
Yeah, you do have to do that
Yeah,
because I may not be able to remember the names, but I
Oshinoko.
may be able to remember their pictures instead.
Yeah,
It's like the
that
best that
was
I
me
can do.
too. I remember seeing it all over on Twitter. And I was like, oh, I remember Luna. Luna was the one who actually told me, "Have you watched Oshinoko? It's like really good. It's about like an idol story, and it's a little bit of like like if you like those reincarnation kind of deal." I was like,
Okay.
"Oh, okay, that's." And then she was like, "Oh my god, you have to watch it. Like, let's watch it together." She was like so excited. So I said, "Sure." So we literally had like a watch party together. And wait,
Okay.
let me bring up the Oshinoko like poster. Oh, where is it? Where is the? There's so
Where is
many.
the poster?
Yeah, there's so many pictures. I'm trying to find. Okay, let me just type Oshinoko poster.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about it? Like, well, I find it. Have you heard about it, or like, have you seen it anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
even like before it came out or when it came out?
I
Anything?
think I think like a good. I think okay. So I'll be honest. I have not watched Oshinoko before,
Okay.
nor I have read it. But I noticed that because I'm an avid user of YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and I noticed that Yasobi has been. I don't know what this
Yeah.
particular Yasobi music video has been popping on my recommendation list for like God knows how many times. I'm like, why is this recommended on my YouTube recommendation list? And then I remember like I don't know why, but I think on Facebook a lot of my other friends as well posted about Oshinoko. I'm like, okay, so okay, from my first impression, I'm like, oh, okay, is this your typical usual idol anime?
Yeah,
Um,
I would
yeah,
agree too. Like on
okay,
first glance, you're like, "What?
mm-hmm,
Okay." It's. I thought it gave me it to like. I know in our like my time of anime, that's giving me like Long Live. Long Live,
mm-hmm,
that giving me
love
those
like
vibes. I was like, "Huh?
yes,
We got a new idol anime," and I would agree like how
mm-hmm,
it was popping off from Yao Sobi's music. Everybody loves her
mm-hmm.
music. I feel like any anime adfit fan like would love the music regardless. I
Yeah.
wanted to.
Like let me tell you something,
Uh
okay? So I decided to like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna give a listen like to the
huh.
song, like to the music video. And at the starting point, I was like, okay, they have that certain, that usual idol beat.
Hmm.
But I was like, hold on, why does this music's why does the music have like some orchestra kind of people like ho 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 that kind of thing,
Hmm.
because that's not very idle.
Hmm.
But for a moment it was cute, like 50% of the song it was cute, up until the middle part where everything sounds distorted. Sounds distorted. It sounds a bit like, okay, this is not how an idol song sounds like. So I'm like, okay, what kind of anime is Oshinoko? And I noticed that a lot of my friends, I think there was like a certain episode or a few episodes that really caught people by surprise. And it shows that, like, from my understanding, even though I haven't watched it, I feel that Oshinoko is kind of like a anime that how to say this, um it's an idol anime. It's like a real life action
Mm.
idol anime, which is there are some happy parts, but there are some dark parts as well.
Yeah, I would agree. It came with
Yes.
a twist. So even I was
Yes.
like, I bet you this anime has like one of those twists. I finally got a photo. Hello. I bet the photo just popped up on stream like out of
I
nowhere.
see. I see
Hello.
too.
So this is the famous. I even forgot her name already because spoiler. Hi. Oh, we have some people joining in chat.
Yes, we
Hello there,
do. Hi,
Isaac.
Papyrus.
Hello, Papyrus. Welcome, welcome, guys, to the stream. We're talking about anime today, like popular anime.
Yes.
So, Primer and I are on Oshinoko. We're just gonna be talking about it briefly, how we found out about it. Are we watching it right now, or yeah, it actually goes on for there. I actually, oh my gosh, I remember watching. Okay, I think what also popped
Mm-hmm.
off from Oshinoko, just like you said, like the
Okay.
whole music. I think the music really definitely popped it off in
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
anime
Yeah.
community, and also like just in the music community in general, like people who follow Yaosobi. Um, it also what's it? I think not only that. At the
Mm-hmm.
first episode was like literally a Netflix special. It was like 1 hour long, and I was like, oh my god, this anime has
Oh
a one
yeah.
hour. If you watch the first episode,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I might leave because spoilers. Oh, okay, we'll try to keep it actually spoiler
Okay. We'll
free
keep it spoiler
friendly.
free.
Yeah, spoiler
We'll keep
free.
it spoiler
Yeah,
free.
we'll
We'll
keep it
try to keep it spoiler
spoiler
free.
free. Yeah, no worry, no worry, Papyrus. Oh, is that how you say his name? Oh my god, I hope I'm not butchering your name.
Papyrus? It's
Papyrus.
Papyrus.
Isaac said he just finished it yesterday. I haven't finished it, but I'm kind of. We can talk a little bit briefly of the first episode. I won't talk about the whole episode, but
Hmm.
just briefly what the story was about. So as you can see here, Primer, this is the main agenda. She's the main idurururu of the show. That basically, I'll also bring up like another picture like in a bit. So basically,
Yeah.
this is, oh my god, I feel so bad. What is her name? See, that's how. God, we're old.
Well, yeah, what is her name? That is
Her no,
true. What is her name?
I know the MC's name, but I don't know like her name
I
because she
I
was
don't
prevalent to the story until at a certain point. Um, okay. What is
I
her
only like
name?
vibe to the song. That's pretty much it. The
Yeah,
song is a very it
hold on.
slaps. The
But
song slaps really hard.
she's cute though. Hold on.
She
Oshinoko
is.
characters.
Yeah, she reminds me of those like not like modern idol. Really reminds me of like I would say mid 2010s.
Oh
I
yes,
would
I love
say.
that. I love that throwback
Yes.
of the anime as well. So especially with
Yeah.
like her uniform and the cute bunny hair clip that we see here,
Yes.
I would agree with you on that like wholeheartedly, like so
Yeah.
much. So she's
Cuz
actually the main
mhm.
story of everything. But yeah, you were saying she's actually she's actually
she's she's like she reminds me of the era where like like the early stages of idol in
Mhm.
Japanese idol, which is like AKB48,
Oh
which I
You're
I used
right.
to
You're
vibe to AKB
right.
really badly,
Oh
and
my
when I looked at
god.
her costume, it really reminds me, oh, this is like the early 2010s where it's more puffy, more cute, more pinkish-ish color of Japanese idols kind of thing. Or Carry Pami Pami, as you
Oh
said. I would
yes,
say that.
Kara Pamu Pamu. Okay, once you said Kara Pamu, I vibe with that so hard. It's giving like pop J-pop culture, but at the same time, definitely like
Yes.
the idol, while honing its idol vibes for sure. So I
Hmm.
just changed the poster, as you can see here.
Yes, I can
So this is actually the
see.
rest of the main cast. Like after knowing who the girl in purple is. So the girl with purple hair. I feel terrible.
Hmm.
Let me just let me look at the. I'm literally on the my anime list, and I'm looking. I'm like looking at their what do you call it? Their like literally. Oh, she's Hoshino Ai. There we go. The main star of this show. The fact that
Oh,
I
okay.
is just 16. Yes, Isaac. So keep in mind, I was just 16 and she an idol, you know. So,
Okay.
but the main premise is of the story and agenda is about her,
Uh-huh.
and you kind of
Okay.
meet as you can see here, the twins. I don't know how else
Okay.
to So you meet the twins here. So that's Ruby and okay, Ruby is the girl.
Let me guess.
The
The red hair
oh
color.
no, the red hair color is Kana. That's Kana-chan.
My gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
so she and then the first two actually like the whole main story of this is about the two twins. They're actually siblings on the front of the
Okay.
poster. And what happened? Okay, so the guy, his name is Aqua, and
Mm-hmm.
the girl's name is Ruby. It actually has like a very full fledged
Oh.
story. I won't tell you like the background of the twins, but you get to find out
Okay.
these twins are like reincarnated. I won't say how or what, but
Okay.
they're reincarnated. And then you get to
Okay.
you're like introduced to like the main cast afterwards. So you just the red hair girl that you saw just now, that's Kana-chan. She's a character you
Okay.
meet. They are all basically like in the entertainment idol industry, and they kind of like meet one another and like get into the idol industry
Mm-hmm.
together. But I think
Ah.
the synopsis of the story is how the MC, it basically focuses more on Aqua, which is the guy. um,
Okay.
so he basically, what do you call it, is trying to find out, he's trying to investigate. Yeah,
Okay.
basically he's like trying to investigate
Something. Something.
yeah, something
Without
something.
spoiling.
Yeah, something something. No, actually he's just trying to investigate what happened to I'm gonna just say that.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole
Okay.
story kind of follows on like his new like growing up life.
Okay.
Yeah, to like kind of find out more about his mom. So you're kind of like digging a little bit into the past of everything while
Okay.
you're like in this reincarnated version of yourself. But so far, like
Ah.
that's that the twist in it, I think, is very obvious. It's got kind of a drama. There we go. There's like some drama aspect in it, even though it's like an
Mm-hmm.
idol anime. So yeah,
Okay.
I really, so far I've only actually watched until episode I think only until episode like 4, like literally the
Okay.
moment they got into like idol school,
Wait. So is the show still going on?
no, I think it just the last episode aired like last week. So that's
Ah.
something. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. The last
Wait. It actually
episode,
ended.
yeah, the last episode is episode 11. Thanks, Isaac. So yeah, it's about of like a 11 episode series minus
Thank you,
episode
Isaac.
1 just being like it should be 12 because technically if the first episode was 1 hour, you kind of split that in
Okay.
half. It's like a 30-minute um
Okay.
episode
So they
split.
still do. It's only the first episode. It's like 1 hour, and then the other
Yeah.
episodes are half an hour, half an hour, half an hour.
Yeah, mostly like if you minus like the opening and endings and the cuts, the commercial cuts, then it's like 20 minutes. So a pretty good anime.
Yay.
And
Okay.
I personally haven't finished it, but I do like the animation. Would
Mm-hmm.
I recommend this to anybody? I actually would. It definitely deserves the praise that it's getting in
Mm-hmm.
terms of like the story and the plot twist, obviously, and just
Mm-hmm.
how pretty everybody is. This is, I would say, a popular anime that's trending right now, even though it
Okay.
just ended.
Mm-hmm.
Would you watch this anime? I mean, like have you dabbled in? I don't think so because I know you've seen like clips and all.
Okay, I'll be honest, cause I will be honest, cause I don't watch anime as much as I did,
Mm-hmm.
like back in the old days.
Mm,
Also though, usually when I watch an anime, usually I don't watch like really dark ones,
mm-hmm.
but Gundam is quite dark sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but usually when I watch like a real, like a, like a slice of life kind of anime, I usually watch it like for the comedy part.
Oh
Like
yeah,
a bit
yeah,
of
yeah.
a,
I love
yeah.
that. It's like
There's no supposed to be like killing or
I know what
or
you mean
blood
by
or
slice
whatever
of
it
life.
is.
True, true. Like the most drama you get, it's like maybe
Mm-hmm.
in an episode, like they found a lost cat and they've like adopted the cat. That's the most
Yes.
dramatic as it gets.
Yeah.
Or like
That's
maybe
all I need to do.
somebody's bullying someone in high school, and then you get somebody who like stands up for themselves, and like it kind of ends there. It's like
Yes.
moral of the story: don't be mean to people. And so
Yes.
but Oshinoko is nice if you kind of
Mm-hmm.
like a dark twist to it because this is definitely popping off. I
Okay.
would say as equivalent because I don't, wait, if I could only open up Twitter. No, wait, let me open up a Facebook page.
Okay.
because this anime like surpass in terms of viewing points. I don't know where I read it from, but it's one of those like anime trending websites. So it
Okay.
popped off like it beat like views of like Naruto. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Full Metal Alchemist, I was like, come on, people are diving into the show like insanely. So it's more equivalent
Mm.
of like how Jujutsu Kaisen like really popped off. Everybody
Okay.
like it definitely did for me. It was like a fresh air of shonen. Because we all
Mm.
know the shonen formula, okay? Protagonist
Mm-hmm.
save the world, you know, typical. You meet a rival along the way. Your nakama helps
Mm-hmm.
you along the way. And then you got
Yes.
character development because death, of a certain character. So,
Mm-hmm.
but at the time when Jujutsu Kaisen came out, I think it's just like I think when not Naruto ended, I think most of the main shonen animes have like ended. So we're talking about like
Okay.
Boku no Hero, it ended like with their latest season. So I think, and then that was like the only anime that was fresh off like a
Mm-hmm.
shonen series. I think
Okay.
Naruto, like I think Boruto was still ending, but at the same time, like
Nobody talks about it that
yeah,
much.
not no, I think it became like Dragon Ball, I would say.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's
Good
kind
good
of
one.
like if you were an avid watcher of Naruto, you would automatically hop onto Boruto. Am I right?
Mm. Yeah, okay.
So I
Yes.
don't. It's not like a new series that new watchers can dive into immediately. You get what I mean? Because there's already like a backstory and lore from the main series. So that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly on it, but yeah. So far, just by looking at the poster, right? And
Okay.
just by judging from the poster, uh, who's appealing, who's the most appealing to you the most? I'm gonna make it bigger so you can like, there we go,
Mm.
it's more bigger, there
I would
we go.
say I would say the main character. I'm not sure who is the main character of the show,
Okay.
cause, but I would say the early the is it I? Is it Hoshino I?
She is the premise of the story. If I
Like
could,
she's the premise of
yeah,
the
the
story.
premise, like the
Ah.
goal in the whole in the whole series is like, yeah. So actually,
Mm-hmm.
the first episode actually starts about her.
Ah.
Then
Okay.
there's the pivotal moment of the climactic
Okay. Yeah.
peak
Uh-huh.
of
Yeah. That's
anime
what I saw.
history.
A
Yeah.
lot on Facebook.
Yeah, and then it kind of moves on from the twins, which is the two little cuties you see in front here, the boy and the girl. Yeah, it pretty much starts off like that. I haven't finished the series personally, so
Mm-hmm.
I can't review it. I'm that type. Like, I gotta watch everything and then fully, like, sit down
Yes. Yeah, I
at
think
it
it will
myself.
only be fair if we do that
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Then we can like review it
Uh
and like
huh.
okay, we'll give it 10 out of 10. Da 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 da.
Yeah. Based on my first impression though, I can see like why
Mm-hmm.
everyone likes it. It's popping off the same energy as how Jujutsu Kaisen did, with like a
Okay.
little bit of like that the reincarnation, the pretty animation, and so
Mm-hmm.
it's dabbling into, like I say, many fandoms. Like
Mm-hmm.
you got the basically, usually when it's reincarnation, I call it like the isekai anime. It's like,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah,
the
yeah,
so
yeah.
you have that fandom, like people who love that genre, and then you also have people who like the idol culture, so people who love pop songs, J-pop idol songs. So you dab into that, and then high school. You gotta have the high
Yes, that is
school.
true
So
too.
imagine just like putting all of that like in a pot, and then boom, you get like Oshinoko.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think when you brought up a very good point because
mm,
like I think starting from I think 2 years ago or probably a few years back, isekai anime has been like the main thing to do for anime studios because they would like to get money and people like the isekai genre. But
yeah.
what really shocked me about Oshinoko, even though I have not watched it, is that the amount of hype, like the amount of popularity, the attention that it got by not being an isekai anime. It's an idol
Oh
anime,
yes,
but
yes,
with a
yes, yes, yes.
twist.
Yes. Okay, and that also adds on to like there's the plot twist, which adds a
Yes.
little bit of, I would say, drama. So if you like drama, and because it's isekai, you can kind of put it as like a thriller. I wouldn't say this
Mm-hmm.
is a full on thriller. There's like, but there is an element of thriller that comes in from the drama. So yeah. Oh, Isaac
Hmm.
said that Oshinoko is like a bit of life. The OP is whoa whoa. Oh yeah, we agree. The OP. No, I think the OP, and then you got good music. Come on, good
Yeah, the
music
OP is
to make
good.
it pop up. That's it. If yeah, I feel like Yaosobi is she's just like I would say the equivalent of an artist of a music artist,
Yeah,
just like
she's on fire.
like Lisa, you know, the moment you just hear them sing, you're like, that's it. It's gonna be an anime hit.
Yeah,
That's it off the charts. No need to argue. It's the next anime song or
yeah.
K-pop song.
Yeah, because I was okay. I heard of Yosabi. I heard of some Yosabi songs,
Mm-hmm.
and when I knew that oh she made this song for Oshinoko,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like nah, that couldn't be
Nah,
Yosabi,
nah, the whole
nah.
nah.
But she did it really really well. She is very very versatile. I can say that. Like she's
Yeah,
good.
she's very
She's really
versatile. As an
good.
artist, I would respect her. She actually also sang the opening for Beastars. So I used to watch
Oh.
Beastars, yeah, like back in the day, when it was airing
Mm-hmm.
on Netflix. A pretty good show. It's fucked up in
Yeah.
its own way. But it's damn good. Like I watched
I
it,
like
I was like,
that.
yo, I thought it was gonna be about cute animals, and boy was I
See?
wrong. Like
Wait,
it's
you're talking about Beastars
yeah,
or
B star.
Yosobi's singing on that
No,
part?
no, B stars. Just in general, I was just like, what the fuck is happening? But it's literally when I say it's wildin', bro.
Pun intended or
Yeah,
pun not
pun
intended?
intended right there. Okay, wait. Let me just get a picture of everybody before we move on to the next anime. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like this definitely popped off really well, and I'm gonna get a cute another poster so that I can like switch it.
Okay.
But your first impression, just would you tap into this anime like if you had time,
Mm,
like
I
is
would
this
say
something
yes.
you would watch on like oh
Yes.
it would be okay
I would
okay
say yes
nice.
because I like the plot twist. Like a lot of my friends posted on Facebook. I don't mind spoilers, but I think that's what made me kind of intrigued on. Oh, okay, this is not your
Oh,
typical
I'm sorry,
idol
I
anime.
blocked you, my
So I
bad.
would watch it. I would.
Okay, wait, so before anything, this is gonna look
Mm-hmm.
so funny on stream right now. I have to shrink it. Ta-da! Okay, there we go. I shrunk it a little teeny bit. Wait, let me shrink it again. So this is like basically the whole cast you see right here.
Oh, I can see.
Yeah, we have. Wait, let me move myself a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm like blocking. I don't want to
It's
block you, buddy.
okay.
So basically, we have Ruby, which is like on the far left, and then we have I, who's in the middle. I don't think this
Okay.
would be spoilers because it's actually pretty straightforward.
Okay.
I is actually the mother of the twins you see in front of here. So she's
Okay.
the mama. So that you can tell
Ah.
because okay, I'll make the picture bigger, but it's gonna cover us. Just to zoom in. Oh my god, I'm covering your face. I'm so sorry, but
It's okay.
if we just break this up, it's so funny because I'm like scrolling it in chat. But you can see how their eyes are basically like they have their mother's eyes. Oh god, is that so
Mm-hmm.
cliche the way I'm saying it? They have
I
their mother's
do.
eyes. So you can kind of like overall tell um like basically based on the poster how this is gonna turn out. But
Mm-hmm.
I also don't mind spoilers as well because yeah I used to be one of those like no spoilers, but I
No
swear to
spoilers.
God, don't hate the this is really like don't hate the player, hate the game. Like too bad if you you know because it's like if you're on the internet if you're on the
Mm-hmm.
internet, you can't stop it. Okay, it's it's simple
Yeah, that
as
is
that.
true.
Yeah. So I really like you can't really honestly you can't stop it. The only way to stop it is if you are off the internet. So sometimes when I see
Yeah, make
people
yourself off the grid.
yeah, so sometimes when I see people like actually like complaining and yelling at people who are posting spoilers, don't be mad at them. Be mad like why are you? But I get it. Like you know the internet is just a platform that can't be stopped. And
Yeah, I mean we can understand. I mean that's how the enemies got the hype by people sharing
yeah,
critical moments
true.
of the show, and yeah, I know spoilers are sometimes a bit on the bad side, but it is a way for the studios to create like hype. Like, oh,
Yes.
this is trending. This is what
And I bet you
happening.
don't tell me when like all the anime house productions are like showing the trailers and all, people are already like making edits and like they want to hype up this
Mm.
show. So if like they don't promote anything, then where's the hype? You get what I mean?
Yeah, true, true, true. That's what
Oh,
pretty much any movie studios did these days.
yeah.
Back in the old days when movie trailers came out, they just show like, they have the voice, the movie guy, the trailer guy voice with a lot of words and stuff. But movie these days, in a way, what they do to create hype for marketing purposes, is just showing some critical moments or
I
clips
like that.
from the movie.
Some critical
Yeah, the
Yeah,
critical
yeah,
to
yeah.
create hypes. That's pretty
Yes.
much how social media works these days. Yeah,
Ah,
so
true.
spoilers
Valid.
is bad, but I'll be honest, it is a bit hard to avoid, and sometimes
Yeah.
we do
I
have to accept the fact.
I think it's harder to avoid if it's a series. If it's a movie, like you don't see
Mm.
much about it unless you're like looking up like the spoiler tags. But series is like you can't really stop it, so you're like, oh well, that's it. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. Okay, if I were to actually, I'm watching Oshinoko right now. I do actually
Mm.
enjoy it from the so far storyline wise. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like on the fourth episode. It's not bad. But again, I haven't finished watching the series entirely. But I
Okay.
hopefully will do because it's one of those series that because it's kind of like a detective mystery kind of genre
Okay.
vibe. Um, you get to a pivotal point somewhere during the series where you get important intel and information, which drives you to keep watching the series even more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like still in like the first few episodes, and that hasn't happened yet. But I feel like
Okay.
eventually it will, and I guess it's getting the hype that it deserves because the story, in somewhat, has a good plot to still make it
Mm-hmm.
interesting. So yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't read the manga as well, but apparently today, like as of today, the chapter hit the peak moment. Spoilers, we won't reveal what it is, but it revealed the peak moment for
Wait, from manga?
yeah, for manga. Yeah, it reached a peak moment again.
Oh.
So the chapter came out I think a day before the last episode. So
Okay.
everybody was like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" It's like first it was the manga. It's like, "Oh my god!" And then the last episode ended. Oh my god! So everybody was excited. Yeah. So Oshinoko
Mm-hmm.
is nice. I would recommend it to friends too. I think it's also on like I don't know anime streaming platforms. So maybe like Netflix or Crunchyroll. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you can watch it there. So
Is it on Netflix though?
I think so. I think it is. I'm not sure. It should
Yeah,
be.
cause I,
It
yeah, 'cause
should
it's
be.
been a while since I opened Netflix, so I'm
Yeah,
unsure
I
if
think it is
it
because
is
I
Netflix.
remember I had a watch party with Luna and we were watching it from there. With the yeah,
What?
and the subtitles of everything. So we'll move on to the
Mm.
next series. This is a cult favorite. I would call it a cult because it's
Uh-oh.
amazing. But we have Demon Slayer. Are you a
Oh
big fan of
no.
Demon Slayer, Amir?
Oh
Primer. Oh my
no.
god.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, Demon Slayer. Um Again, I'll be honest on this one. I
Mhm.
am not catching up. I'm a person where I know this is going to be a bit like a bit of a backwards for me, but I don't catch up on like really. Okay, I have this thing where I really don't catch up on popular current animes.
Mhm. Oh no, it's okay,
Like
buddy. That I get
yeah,
it. There's
example like
life.
Demon Slayer, yes, because
Mhm.
uh, but I have to admit, Demon Slayer, I would say it surprised me too. On like the art style is very different. The music, the OST, I would
Oh
say is
yeah,
quite. It's
fire,
good. It's
fire.
good.
It's
I
fire.
don't know who
Yeah,
did
yeah,
it, but
yeah,
it's quite good.
yeah.
Um, and I think some they have a lot of memorable action scenes, which I really like. And whenever I rewatch those action scenes, it kind of like, oh, this is actually quite interesting. It's just that because everyone is talking about it on the internet, and I'm like, it's okay lah. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch other animes first. But I have to say, Yeah, Demon Slayer has its own. I would say credit where credits are due. Demon Slayer is actually, I would say, interesting. It's
Mm.
good and interesting.
Oh yes, I would agree. I actually was one of the few. Like I think um
Mm-hmm.
watched Demon Slayer, I remember it to like till this day. Like I watched the first I think I watched the first season, like
Okay.
the whole anime, like the first season, and I was like,
Okay.
and okay, the anime drew me. I knew I liked it. I always give animes like this 3 episode ruling, like if I don't like it by the third episode, it's like probably an a yay or a nay for me. And then if I
Okay.
don't like it by the third episode, and if I watch it by at least, let's say, okay, if the first season I think the first season was about 22, I think it was 22 episodes.
Okay.
The standard 24 episode kind of arc. Because I remember
Okay.
the Nezuko season, like that arc was like episode 19, so that's how I knew. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so if the first half, then I give like the anime like a chance. If the first half of the arc doesn't convince me, so that's about like 10, 12 episodes in. That's when I know like,
Okay.
okay, fuck, I don't like this anime, and I can't force myself. But I
Mm-hmm.
immediately liked it on the third episode. So I guess because Demon Slayer is really popular, so I don't think this is a
Okay.
spoiler. But basically, it's about the title, Demon Slayer.
Okay.
But Tanjiro, we all know Tanjiro. Let me bring a cute picture of Tanjiro up here. Hold
It's
on. Yeah,
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro. Oh, Tanjiro's best boy. Oh, best boy. I don't
Did
know
you
how
did
to
you did you
explain
watch
it.
it? Like, did you watch the show?
Yes, I did. I'm actually caught up
Wow.
until like season 4 right now, but I'm not okay. The current poster that I actually have up right here, it's the
Mm-hmm.
swordsmith. I think that's the word. Yeah, the swordsmith arc. So
Okay.
basically, you get introduced to Mitsuri and the other
Mm.
cast for this season. It's a whole arc. Like I said, it's a whole ass arc.
Okay.
Um, but what do you call it? It's very nice. It's made by, of course, the animation studio. They're made by UFO Table. So,
I heard
yes,
it's the
UFO.
Fate guys.
Yes, yeah,
It's
they're
the Fate
always
people.
fake people, dude. They're always, but not
No
gonna
wonder
lie.
it looks so freaking
Yeah. The
familiar.
animation, they always slap. Okay, with the animation, like all the
Mm.
time. Let me bring a picture of up of our best boy. Hold on, I got it.
Interesting,
I got it
interesting.
right
Now,
here.
when you say UFO table, now I know like
Yeah, I
why
think
does it look
that's
like
why
Fate?
it definitely deserved the hype. So, hold on, let me bring
Mm.
a picture of our best boy. Oh, he's covering you. Hi, best boy. Best boy's joining. Best boy's joining us. Hello. We got Tanjiro right here. If only. Hi, Tanjiro. So we got best boy here. So Demon
Mm-hmm.
Slayer was actually written by what's her name? This time it's a female mangaka artist. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, so that's like different.
All right.
Because usually for I would say Demon Slayer is like a shonen anime. So for yeah, it's a shonen manga. So for it
Okay.
to have like a female mangaka artist, it's actually
Okay.
quite what I would. It's not unique. It's actually quite the minority because
Mm.
I heard. I mean, this is just spoken from like the internet and everything, but shonen manga is like written by men, so when a woman writes a story, it's kind of not
Mm.
favored in the industry because it's like she should stick to it's a bit
Mm.
sexist, but but they prefer female mangakas to stick to like what they do best, which is like shoujo
Okay.
manga. So Demon Slayer was kind of like peaking in that in this department of the show, and it really
It-
bloomed, which was like wow, like so mad respect to
mm-hmm.
um to
I'm
her.
trying to find the name of the
Yeah,
creator, isn't
I'm trying
it?
to find the name of the creator. I'm so terrible. Literally, it's on the manga cover. What's her
Mm.
name? Her name. It's written by Koyoharu Gotogi. I hope I said her name right. But Koyohare-san.
Mm.
There we go. So it's a female mangaka artist, which is like, so I think there, in terms of her story writing, I think there's
Okay.
where uh, she really did a good job on.
Yes.
Okay, if you watch Demon Slayer, she does a really, really good job at well, this anime is sad, as you can tell. So she does like really good tragic backstories for like not only the main characters of the show, but she does it as well for how would I say? She does it as
Mm.
well for the villains in the show. So I think
Oh
that's really interesting.
yes.
Let me just put her pose. Like this looks so cute. There we go. Hello. So
Like I
mhm,
remember like I think yeah, I agree on you with the point of the creator does a really good job in not only like creating tragic backstories for the I would say good characters, but for the villains as well.
mhm,
Like some villains they have a good reason to do so. And even though yes, I have not watched the anime, but I remember watching this. If I do correct me if I'm wrong,
mhm,
there is a Demon Slayer game, correct?
mhm.
And
Correct.
I remember like whenever there is a finishing move made by the main character or the hero characters, there will be a moment. Wait. I think I got it wrong. But if I do remember correctly, there are some scenes where before they die or when they are fighting, they kind of explain a bit on the backstory of the villain.
Oh, yeah,
Am I
all the
correct on that
time.
part?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. I think like any game, it goes the same for Naruto, it goes the same for Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Like they always
Now
do
that you
that. And then there's like that gamer moment, the gamer subtle moment of like, "Oh my god, this was from the anime. Relevant."
yes.
Yeah, they do that. They do that.
But would you say the villain? Okay, okay. Since you watch
Mhm.
Demon Slayer,
Oh, I'm quite up to date. Yeah.
what do you think of the villains? Are they
Ooh, I think
motivated
she
by good
does.
reasons or bad reasons?
They are, oh, to each their own, actually. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's how good it is. So, but I think she does a really better job at the villains' backstories compared to
Hmm.
the good cast. Like they have a
Okay.
more deeper like involvement.
Mm-hmm.
And depend like so for like each villain, there's like a sense of tragedy. That is way more
Hmm.
like in just as intense as like what Tanjiro is going through. But then when you see like the
Okay.
demon, you're like, fuck, bro. Like
Yeah.
honestly, same. You know, like if I was in your situation, same.
Yeah.
And Demon Slayer, I would say is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Kids love it, teenagers love it. Heck, even we as adults love it. So I mean, I appreciate it just like any anime fan. I
mm-hmm.
remember when I watched the third episode, I bawled my eyes out. I was crying. Like I literally bawled. I was like, oh, like my nose was all snotty and shit. I was like, it's only the third episode and I'm having a mental breakdown. What the
Wait.
fuck is
Is the
this?
third episode like, if I'm correct, if I do remember, if okay, do correct me if I'm wrong on this
Uh-huh.
one. Is the first episode where the villain was like this very white skinned girl
Yeah, that's
getting her head chopped off?
no, it's not that. That's on episode 10.
Okay. Oh wow, that was a
Yeah,
bit far. Okay,
that's on
okay.
episode 10 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Taufik's in the chat. Hi
Traffic.
Taufik, welcome to the stream.
Hi,
We're
Tom.
talking about popular anime trends. So we're on Demon Slayer right now and we're kind of me and Primer are just going about like what we feel
Yes.
about the anime and or the manga.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the third
Mm.
episode is when I think it's very just a brief synopsis for the whole chat.
Okay.
It's basically about Tanjiro, best boy, right here,
Okay.
and his little sister Nezuko. She's like in the middle of the poster. If you, I can't zoom in
Okay.
on her, but yeah. Wait, let me make Boo Boo bigger so you can see her. Hold
okay.
on, Boo Boo. I'm gonna make you bigger. Okay, wait. Let me. There we go. I know the screen's like a bit. Okay, there we go. So she's in the teeny tiny little girl right there. So the one with the pink kimono. So basically, it's about
Mm.
Tanjiro losing his whole family.
Oh shit.
Because they get killed by demons, hence the word
Oh.
demon slayer. And Nezuko, his little sister, was the only one that was, to be honest,
Okay.
evidently dying at that point. But
Okay.
she survived actually the incident. But she actually ended up turning into a demon. She transformed into a demon, and
Mm-hmm.
her life was spared because Tanjiro and her ended up meeting a demon slayer, a Hashira. So basically, one of the
Okay.
elite demon slayer members, and he spared her life because apparently she wasn't like the average demon. Because let's say it's like vampires. So I'm gonna give you like the vampire reference. Like if you get bitten by a vampire, you automatically be like blood, and then you go into like a feral beast mode. But
Mm-hmm.
not for Nezuko. So she was able to kind of like combat like her urges as a demon. Because when you're
Interesting.
freshly a demon, like you need to eat. Like you need to
Okay.
consume flesh and blood in order to survive. Because if you don't, you kind of go like mad and insane and just die from like hunger. I guess it's that
Ah.
transformation process. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what was the past few animes y'all discussed? Oh, we were discussing about Oshinoko
Yeah, we were
because
talking about Oshinoko.
yeah, that was like a popular anime that was like popping off. So we're now talking about Demon Slayer since it's also a cult favorite. It's popping off pretty just as good as well for
Mm-hmm.
2023. But yeah, Primer, the third episode that I was on is basically, so once
Okay.
you have the premise of that story. So Tanjiro kind of wants to find a way to turn his sister back to normal, and
Uh-huh.
in a way also become a demon slayer so that he can like protect his sister. That was like the whole agenda, because his whole family was like
Uh-huh.
slaughtered, and he doesn't even know like who slaughtered his family. He just knows it's a demon because the massacre on like the first episode was just like trauma, PTSD,
Drama.
you know.
I'm
So
surprised they took 3 episodes to do that because in
uh
usual shonen anime style, they will immediately show it at, I would say, episode one,
oh no,
maximum two.
yeah, they do. They actually do it in episode one, and then episode two is kind of the MC main protagonist moment. Episode
Okay.
three was like the episode that made me cry because I
Oh
remember.
no.
So Nezuko kind of like is a demon, but no, she becomes a demon, right? And then in like episode two and three, during that period, Tanjiro like has nowhere to go, and he meets this swordsman. I think he meets a swordsman, or he encounters someone as on his journey because he's injured
Okay.
as well. I think I forgot whatever it is.
Mm.
But the early part of the story is they encounter another demon slayer who is like an uncle, like like an uncle in a village, and
Okay.
he took them in, and Nezuko went into a like a sleep state coma, and she like never
Ah.
woke up. So Tanjiro spent and then basically this uncle that Tanjiro meets, what's his name? Let me find his name.
Okay.
He's prevalent to the story. Um, he helps Tanjiro kind of like so basically if you want to become a demon slayer you can, but you need to go through like the tests and exams. They have like like Naruto, they have like the entry exams where you can go in
Okay.
and be like,
Okay.
yeah, to be a demon slayer you need to pass this. So the uncle actually
Hmm.
helped him out to prepare for that training, and Tanjiro went
Okay.
through like the whole course. Like in the anime it shows like his whole ass growth. He went through like I think maybe 1 year, like a whole season, because his
Mm-hmm.
hair grows like incredibly long. And then
Ah.
what was interesting? Let me find his name. Oh my god. What was interesting was that, and all this time, like Nezuko was asleep. Okay, she was like
Okay.
asleep and not waking up. So Urodaki, yeah, that's his name. I'm gonna bring up the character for you right now. His name
Yes,
was
please.
Urotaki-san. So he's the uncle that trained Naruto. And
Right.
there's a lore to his story as well, which is very like heart wrenching and heartbreaking.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's like all the characters matter. That's what I really liked about the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they like did a really great job at doing that. Let me bring up his picture. So
Oh,
Urokodaki-san took Tanjiro in, trained him, and then Tanjiro went for the test. Okay, you kind of get a little
okay,
bit of the backstory that he was training. Wait, let me transition this. He was training other students as well. I'm showing you how
okay.
he looks like from the back. He never reveals his face, by the way. That's also why.
Oh, he's the
Yeah,
guy.
he's the guy.
Okay,
So apparently before Tanjiro, he had trained like two other kids who were
okay,
training to be demon slayers, but when they went for the entries exam, so the entry exam is basically you go in and you have to fight demons, you know. So
hmm,
unfortunately, they didn't make it, and they never came back.
uh-huh.
That's when you know. That's when you know if they don't come back, it means they died.
Ah,
So this is the rock that you see here. It's kind of like the like Tanjiro needed to slice this rock, and it's actually like nearly
okay,
impossible. There is like a pivotal moment in the episode where you get to find out you meet like this character, and
all
just
right,
like I mentioned before, it was actually the children, the Urokodaki's the
okay,
kids that he took in. It was the children's spirits actually helping Tanjiro because
okay,
he was able to break the rock. And then fast forward, Nezuko's still asleep, and then Tanjiro goes in and does the exam. He passes, and then when he comes back, oh my god! Let me show you the screenshot. It's so when he comes back, Nezuko
okay.
wakes up, and bro, the when he saw
Oh,
Nezuko wake up, I bawled the moment Tanjiro bawled his eyes out. I was like,
oh,
ooh, yeah. So
damn.
Nezuko woke up, and then the fact that Tanjiro came back,
Mm-hmm.
Urokodaki Sensei also cried because he's like, "You're back home." You know, it's like he's actually one of the students that he trained that actually came back home and passed like the demon slayer
Okay.
test. So that's like, see that like in 3 episodes I was like, oh, I'm so convinced that this show is going to be my favorite, and it did. It gets better. And then at the time when this anime came out, Lisa sang the famous, yeah, the
Opening.
famous opening. She also sang the famous ending. Yeah, so that definitely popped
Ah.
up really, really well. I would recommend like this, of course this is like anime you have to watch. Like you have to be in the mood to watch. I cannot convince like it. Now that it's like four about I think it's about 4 seasons in.
Okay. Okay.
It's quite the binge to catch up. I
Okay.
wouldn't say it's a binge like One Piece,
Mm-hmm.
but this one has its own time and investment. You will
Okay.
find characters that will strike a chord with you, whether it
Mm-hmm.
be a main character or a villain, because this anime has a movie as well. So you got just take that into
Oh.
account, which is I'm sure you've seen the Mugen Train when that released. That was like about
Was that a movie?
yeah, that was a movie. That was a movie. They literally did like one whole arc and they made it into a movie.
Wow. Did
Hmm.
they do it well?
Yes, they did. The movie did really, really well. I watched
Oh.
it in 4DX. Amazing, by the way. That it
You
was
watch it
one of
what?
I watched it in 4DX. It was amazing.
It was in cinemas?
Yes, it was in cinemas. This was like during COVID,
What?
like just when they raised the COVID the COVID
Restrictions?
restrictions. And I remember when I
What?
did watch it on 4DX, it was like right after work, and because it was after work,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
got like the 7 p.m. show, and I just went in. I was like, oh, if I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna watch it in 4DX. I wanna see how a 2D anime can be like a 4DX experience. And for Demon Slayer, I would say it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty worth it because they had the wind, they had the lightning flashes, the seats would move, and the
Oh, that's so
ending was pretty. The
cool.
ending was the kicker for me. Like it definitely like it definitely left an impression on me that I will take forever along. So that's like really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, Demon Slayer is like really good. I think you'll love the characters. The anime and art style is also really nice. Let me bring
Okay.
up like a picture of like the whole cast as well.
Yes,
Um,
please.
it's popular for its own reasons. I won't spoil much into it, but um, like once you start, it's like those any binge series. It's like once you start, it's kind of like, ooh, it just goes from there. That's it, easy.
Easy.
Uh, was at Kino and overheard kids looking for One Piece manga and saw a family bought like 20 volume ish. Oh my god. They are oh god, I bet the parents were like, okay.
20-ish volumes?
That's like a
That's
whole
a
box set.
that's a
That's a box
lot.
set. Yeah, that's a box set. Yo, I wish I could buy manga like that
Yeah,
easily
I
from
wish I could buy
Kinokuniya.
something in Kino. I never bought things in
Oh
Kino.
my god, they
The
raised the
heck?
prices for Kino. But actually, it makes sense, like, because let's say if you're buying like a regular book, right? Like a
Okay.
regular ass book, like a fictional book, okay? Like a like a young adult fictional book that costs already like about 50 to 60 ringgit. And so
Dang.
I wouldn't, there we go, here's a picture of the cast. I wouldn't blame like people, so that on an average is how much a book would cost, okay, like if you're buying like a
Yeah.
regular book. So mangas now, I remember because I'm a manga collector, so I used to collect manga used to be about like 35 ringgit at most if you're buying it from Kino, like 35 at most. But now
Okay.
it's like about 40 bucks over 45. I'm like, oh my god, that 10 ringgit jump. But it kind of makes sense with how, because I can't compare it. A lot of people will be like, oh my god, that's so expensive. I can go to like a Kedai Ronche and like buy it for like 10 ringgit. I'm like, yeah, you
Yes.
can, but you're not really like supporting the mangaka
Mm.
artists as well as the official publishing company. So every time I
Mm-hmm.
have friends who complain to me about manga, I do have those friends. They'll be like, "Why is it so damn expensive? Like, how come? Like, well, if you're in Japan, it's actually
Okay.
definitely more cheaper because they're using like recycled paper and it's just printing on it with
They
ink. Yeah,
do?
yeah, yeah. They do that, so it's way more cheaper. Basically, manga in Japan would cost like how we buy like our own local
Mm-hmm.
comic books here. They cost about like 10 to like less than 20 ringgit, which is the average comic book price you would pay for, am I right? But
Mm.
once it goes international, because you're paying for like import tax, so there's the import
Yeah,
tax, you are also paying for the publishing license,
that
and
is true.
you are also paying for like the mangaka and his team. So like
Yes,
literally
that is
just
true.
imagine like the mangaka, and manga is different because they draw. So imagine if, let's say, people are like, oh, it's only got like not even 100 pages. It's like, yeah,
Okay.
because you're drawing on each back and forth page. It's not like words and writing where you can do like 3 or 400 pages. Am I right? So sometimes I
Yes.
would debate with my friends because we will go into like this bookworm war. But I
Okay.
will always break it down to anybody. Like, if you do want to support a manga that you're reading, I would highly
Mm.
suggest, of course, if you have the money, buy it from
Go for it.
yeah, from the actual like store. If you have money, if you
Yeah.
don't have money, then read it online. I have a friend, Hex. He's good friend of mine. Hex is a good friend of mine. So Hex, he is he. I would just say Hex. Hex
Uh-huh.
does a lot of, I don't know if you follow
Okay.
Hex, but Hexamandal, he does all the Boku no Hero manga coloring um,
Okay.
on Twitter. They're a good they're a good mutual of mine. I was actually a fan of theirs, and then in the end we ended up being mutuals, which was like so wholesome. It's like they like my cosplay. I'm like, yo, you color so good, and then I even asked them like,
Ah.
yo, how you, because the way they color is like pro manga coloring. Like it looks
Okay.
like comic book style. It's like, if the manga was colored, that's how it would
Mm-hmm.
look like. Yeah. So I asked them like, yo, like when did you start? It's like, oh, it's just been about like 2 years. I'm like, you did this in 2 years? Bruh, that's like so pro.
Dang.
Wait, let me see if I can bring up one of their work up here.
Yeah, go for it.
So
I'll be honest. I don't know who are you talking about, but
yeah,
I would like to know about it.
let's see if I can bring up okay, wait, maybe I'll bring up
Okay.
Hex's Twitter. Their birthday recently just passed, so
Yes,
they were
please.
inactive because apparently no power. Wait, hold on. Let me get on Twitter. So so they draw like really really well, and yeah, that's what I. Oh my god! Wait, been going through Kinos, and I got the mangas of a series I really love. Nope, 60 to 70 now. What, 60 to
Dang.
70 ringgit? You gotta be kidding me! So that means
That's Sukiya price.
that means they've gone on like a what do you call it? They've gone on like a. I guess things are just expensive
Okay.
now. But before
Yeah.
I get on to Hex, I just wanted to show you the cast of Demon Slayer. Here's all
Yes.
the cast. Aren't they adorable?
I
So the top here
see.
is like the Hashiras, and then you got basically the ones you see at the bottom, except for the girl on the left. She kind of is,
Okay.
she's a side character, but she becomes very prevalent later in the anime. But the rest,
Mm.
the one with the yellow hair, Tanjiro, Nezuko, Inosuke, the one with the pig head, the warthog head,
Mm-hmm.
they're basically like the four shonen Three
Ah.
Musketeer kind of adventure. It's hilarious, by the way. I would recommend it. Let me
Okay.
see if I can bring up. Hold on. Let me bring up a new, a new media source. I'm like opening up so many tabs on. Okay, I think it's above.
Don't like your laptop
Yeah,
up.
I know. Hold on. Let me just bring up what was it? Is it the screen capture? I think it is. Yeah. I think it's a screen capture. Okay, yeah. Then I can do a window, and then I'll
Okay.
just do like a Google Chrome. But where is it? There we go. It's this one. Haha. I'm on my
What you
Twitter
got?
right
What you
now.
got?
Okay, wait, hold on. I need to. Okay, thank God it didn't pop off on my live stream. I don't want to dox myself. Hold on. Let me
Please
just,
don't.
yeah, but let me just make it like really tiny. But yeah, Hex does a really, really good job at like manga coloring, and I'm honestly impressed at their work. I always ask them, yo, dude, how do you like color so good? It's like, oh, I've been doing it for like 2 years. I feel it's all right. It's
You
so
actually met the
humble.
person?
No, no, I haven't. They're like a online mutual
Oh.
of mine. So wholesome. I
Mm.
love them so much. And then they'll always be like, "Oh my god, your cosplays are so cool." And I'm like,
That's
"That's so
that's
weird."
cute.
Yeah, that's cute, but it's like also so weird at the same time. I'm like, but I think that's like one of the wholesome ways to like ever meet a mutual. It's just like,
Okay.
hey, buddy, what you doing? Hold on, let me. Oh man, I can't crop it. So I'm gonna just have to cover us up for like a minute. Wait, no,
All
maybe
right.
maybe I can shrink
Sure.
it. I don't think chat will be able to see it, but hold on. Why is there a picture of Shoto? See, okay, I'm gonna bring up my Twitter like right about now. I'm Shoto exposing his chest to the world
Oh my
on
gosh.
my. Oh wow. Okay, all right. This is my Twitter. Hello, everybody. I have to crop it like this. It's so. I would actually put this on like another
Okay.
transition screen, but it's okay. I think people can see it. It's like,
I can kind of see it. Yes.
yeah, it's no problem. This is Hex's Twitter. So they draw so wait, let me make like a picture big so that you can see like
Okay.
for example yeah, this is how
Okay.
they oh wait, spoilers. Just in case anybody's reading who's
Yo.
reading Boku no Hero. Wait,
These are
this is that let me show. I think the banner is like the perfect example to view the picture. There we
okay.
go. That look at that. That's how they color like One Punch Man.
Damn. That's good. That is good.
Yeah, this is like if mangas became comic books, it's
Mm-hmm.
wild. So yeah, in case anybody who wants to like purchase, they want to purchase like actual, um, what do you call it? They want to purchase actual manga. I would always just tell them just buy from the original. I feel like you could purchase the fake
Yeah.
ones if you want to do like art with them. Like I know people who like to do like the manga print wall, and then they start pasting all the all the manga panels. It's like, oh yeah, this is my anime wall, and it's just full of mangas. Cause if you break it down, let's say if a manga costs 50 ringgit by now, that's quite steep. 50
Okay.
bucks for like,
Per
okay,
book?
yeah, per book, per volume.
Okay.
So let's say if you're
Okay.
buying like a manga that has like 20 volumes, so that's like
Okay.
a 50 a pop. So I always be like, okay, just take that 50 ringgit. 50 ringgit is like equivalent to like, I think $20. 20 to,
Mm-hmm.
I think. Let me see how much is 50 ringgit. 50 so I always tell friends like, hey, you gotta break it down like this. Imagine
You're
you
you're
pay
making a breakdown list of
yeah, oh, it's
the prices.
$10. It's 10 USDs, but plus tax and all, it's like $12. Like 13, $14 for a manga. So for
Okay.
like that 50 ringgit, you break I always tell friends like, just break it down like this, okay? Just break it down. You pay licensing, which is like 10 ringgit, okay, which is the publisher and the international license. That's like 10 ringgit. And then
Okay.
you pay, let's say, 20 or even, but manga artists don't get much, okay, and the team. So maybe they get like 20 ringgit. So basically, the content you're paying for is 20 ringgit. So let's put like the
Okay.
content that will go to like the mangaka artist and the team. So that's already 30 ringgit. The other 10
Mm-hmm.
ringgit you're paying for is the import tax. So meaning the whole shipment and licensing and printing and the tax, because
Okay.
that's how the retailers need to earn their commission with bringing in the product. And then another 10 ringgit is no, actually, sorry, the tax. So the tax is bringing in because it's more for the retailers. That's how stores earn their revenue. And then the other
Okay.
10 ringgit is basically the printing. Yeah,
Mm.
because remember, licensing is one thing and then printing is another. So you put that
That
all
is
together,
true.
that's like 10 ringgit each. So I'd be
So it's
like,
justifiable. It's
yes, it's
justifiable.
justifiable. So I tell people, it's if you complain that it's expensive, then you just have to say you're broke. Okay, I'm like, and usually the people who do complain are people who don't have money. It's like, why would I want to
Ouch.
spend so much on that? I'm like, I don't know. People spend. I wouldn't want to judge anybody, but clearly I am judging since I'm putting out my opinions out here. But honestly, that's how I feel because yeah, because for example, a person can buy like a luxury handbag, and people will be like, why
Okay.
are you buying like a $1,000 handbag? There is a field of its own, in the industry. It's a You're supporting the brand, you're supporting the maker, you're supporting the product, and it's like something people
True.
use. So it kind of goes back into, like, again, the whole marketing scheme of how merchandise are sold. The prices are
Mm-hmm.
hiked up because to get these things made, they're not cheap. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I know having a good cheap for the buck deal is always nice, but later down the line, you can see like how the quality is. So even
It
for
is justifiable.
I just be like, yeah, if you can support the manga artist, please do. Yes,
Yes.
why I brought Hex, oh my god, into the convo about the manga was actually they because they know that I buy the
Okay.
physical copies, and they're like, yo, I wish I could buy the physical copies, but I have no room. They told me like I have no room to put them like it like anywhere in my place, and I'm like, oh my god. So they said, and then they told me like, and plus because they do the digital manga coloring, they're like, oh, I buy officially online like the digital copy. One, you save
Okay.
paper, and two, it's like you get the digital release, so it's like faster. But we were
Yes.
discussing, they were so mad because they're like, yo, why is it still like $15? It should be cheaper. Because it's like you're paying for digital content, you would expect it to be cheaper, right? But no, it's not.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No, it's not. It's the same price. It's like, huh? You
Yeah.
would expect it would be cheaper, but no, it's not. So that's
That
what
is
made
true.
it funny. But at the same time, it makes sense also because you're buying like the digital material of the content, so you
Mm-hmm.
actually get it in like high res, like scanned panel. So that makes up for it, I guess, in that kind of industry, which is like really funny. But we
Mm.
had a good laugh on that. So I feel if you are
Mm-hmm.
gonna tap into Demon Slayer, I recommend reading it as well. It will be fast. It's like really
Okay.
fast. Just like shonen manga. You just turn the page and it's like, okay, like there will be some pages where it moves a little bit too fast, I would say,
Okay.
where it doesn't give you time to register like a whole arc. Sometimes the arc moves so fast that you're like, oh, we're done. You kind of
Hmm.
go like that. But other than that, the manga is really good to read. And the series is amazing to watch. So either or, whichever you prefer, I would highly, highly recommend it. Mostly English, but again, pick your battles. Get the series that you love and support them by buying physical. And if you can't, spread the love of the series. Exactly, that's so true, Taufik. Honestly, for real. Like a lot of people who make noise are the ones who are like, well, but it's the internet though. The internet is
Yes.
always
Spread the
noise.
love.
Yes.
Just share it around. People will, you may not be able to support, but someone else can support
Yeah,
it.
you support by being a fan. You know what I mean? So I think
Yes.
that counts. So yeah, Demon Slayer is
I
like really
agree.
nice. Do you like in this cast here? Do you have like somebody that kind of
Hmm.
shines and speaks to you a little bit? Do you feel anybody?
Wait, what's the question again?
The question was like, any favorite characters you see from here? Anybody that's like sparking your
Ah.
interest that
Okay, yeah,
stands out
okay.
for you?
I can say so. I can say something on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like the guy, the one with the three wives. I forgot
Oh
what's his
yeah, so you're
name.
like Usui. Okay,
Yeah, not
Usui's.
because of the three wives part, but I feel that he's the coolest of them all.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's the most flamboyant. You're right on that, actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the fact that I watched, cause I watched a snippet, of the scene where he was fighting, like with another demon,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I was like,
They
wow, this
they
is
really
peak.
UFO table. I swear they made like when you see
Yes.
it in the manga, you're like, okay, that's really extravagant. But once it gets animated, you're like, whatever, whatever high UFO table animators are on, I genuinely want some of that because yo, that's
Yeah,
insane. I will watch that and
it's
be like,
good.
oh, that's so wild. I think I would have lost my hand at that point. Like I don't know how the animators do it, but it's amazing.
Yeah,
But I'm glad to know that you actually like
yeah,
Usui.
I love him.
Usui's like he's the flamboyant one, so he's the most interesting. And personally, my favorite arc of the series.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, not my it okay. Um, his arc like it's the red light district arc. That was one of
Okay,
the most I mean memorable, I would say. Yeah, it's one of the most memorable arcs that I liked. I personally enjoyed. It was really
okay,
fun. I do have another arc that I like, but that's like later down the manga.
okay.
I can't wait for that one to come up because I want to cry my eyes out. Like,
What?
yeah,
I
I'm
know
just waiting
why.
for it to happen. I'm just waiting for it to happen because it gets better until the end. I felt that Demon Slayer at the end also not bad, not bad,
Mm-hmm.
not bad. Okay, I won't spoil it for you, but it's how do I feel about it? Because I finished reading the manga, so I think
It's good.
the ending was no, it's not predictable. The ending was it's alright. That's how I went. Would I say
Really?
the ending is phenomenal? No, I just say it's
It's all
alright.
right.
It's alright. Yeah, the way I even say that, it's like just. I
It's
wasn't
okay.
disappointed, but neither was I like enthusiastic about it. I wouldn't say I'm in a gray area.
Mm.
I was just like, oh, okay, this is how it ended. Cool, and then I'm done. Yeah. So I don't have much
Mm.
complaints. But yeah, it's alright. That's all
It's
I
all
gotta say.
right.
Yes. Oh my
I mean, out of
gosh.
10, how much would you give it?
On the manga or like on the
Oh, yeah, yeah. It
on
has to be
the
separate about that one. Let's start with the manga first.
the manga. In terms of like story and plot,
Okay.
and like pacing, I would give it like a solid 7.5. Giving it
Ooh.
an 8 is just being biased,
So,
in my opinion. Yeah. So,
okay. Good
yeah.
one. Good one.
Yeah. So, again, this is just basically from manga. Even the spin off mangas, there's also like spin off chapters. I read those too, like the one with Rangoku and all. Read those too. Those are nice.
Okay.
So, if I were to put them, it's a solid 7.5 for me. Why would I give it a 7.5? One minus one is the ending. Okay, that's always been the
Okay.
case. So that's -1. So that becomes 8. That becomes 9. And then another point is again the pacing of the story and sometimes the arc.
Okay.
I felt there were at moments where definitely the highs and lows of the mangaka artist kind of experimenting with like her story.
Mm-hmm.
So there were moments where they were sometimes a
Okay.
little bit tad too fast or like
Okay.
unattended to. So I felt like, huh, well, why?
Mm-hmm.
So there was that. That factor, so that's like -1, and then minus the point
Mm-hmm.
five is just overall. I feel like if there were certain parts in the plot line that could have been added to certain arcs of the story, would have made it more, I would say, full fledged. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think -1 from the story, that this still goes back to the story and pacing, because
Mm-hmm.
the she had to actually wrap up the ending of the
Okay.
series. Yeah, I don't know if you. This is I guess for people who are reading the manga, you would notice like later when you're getting towards the end, it feels a little
Okay.
bit rushed because why?
Mm-hmm.
The mangaka had to actually like I don't know what the manga studio told her, but just TLDR, they just told her like I felt she had like a whole story ass arc to continue this like
Okay.
just as long as Naruto, but the
Okay.
company she was working with, like, you got 10 chapters to finish this. We don't care. So she was like, what the fuck?
Why?
Yeah, or
Why
she would like lose
so?
she would lose her job. I don't think that's the
What?
case, but they literally gave her that ultimatum, like, yeah, finish it in like the next 10 chapters, or we're not going to continue the series, you know? So
What?
I
They
guess
can do
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. So because she was like, there was a lot of like, I'm not part of like the Japanese like mangaka community, but of course I think if you're in there you would know more information about it. But yeah, she
Huh?
actually had to rush to complete that because she
Oh.
was only given like a certain amount of chapters to wrap everything up. So I felt like if that
Uh-huh.
didn't happen, this would be like, I mean, Demon Slayer is just as popular and hyped as how it is. Well deserved, actually,
Okay.
for that fact. But the manga just alone, yeah, 7.5 for my reasons on that. I could go more into it,
Interesting.
but that's more of like a manga section, you know. So yeah.
It's okay. That's a
Mm.
good one. Thank you for that part.
Oh, no
At least
worries,
now
no
I know.
worries. I like to read, so I know some people don't. Anime watchers, I see you. Don't think you can hide. No, because sometimes when the story is like, no, usually when I have time, I enjoy reading. So I'm like, "Ooh, okay, I'm gonna read."
Okay.
And reading is like so fast. But unless maybe to a person reading something black and white is a bit too boring, I get it. It happens. Um,
Like
yeah, yeah, it happens. So I just
ah,
read because it's faster. I'm like, I need to know what happens. So that's me, like just being like very curious.
nah,
But
it's okay.
yeah, hold on. So I'm glad to know you like Usui. I think in the bunch
I
here, I
do.
still love my best boy Tanjiro. So he's the main spotlight here. I'm gonna make him a little bit taller. Look at him. He's being best boy. Best boy. Think Bakuman. Think Bakuman has some good insight on how JP Manga Publishing works. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a
It's
good insight,
nice.
Taufik. Thanks for sharing. Okay, before anything
Mm-hmm.
else, Primer, hold on. Let me just. I know we
Yeah,
talked
what's up?
about Demon Slayer. We also talked about Oshinoko. I think we'll talk about one more anime because I
Hey.
know I love podcasts. We go on a tangent. It's been about like an hour and almost 30 minutes that we're
Yes,
in.
it has been.
Yeah, so I just wanted to keep time on check. But now that we're on Demon Slayer, would you say that Demon Slayer is deserves the popularity that the hype that it deserves? I know that you don't watch, but based on your
Mm-hmm.
observation, I like to know a little bit. I would say definitely yes. It still
Yeah, I would say yes.
holds the best like animation, Lisa singing the openings. And even though that they're actually new artists who are singing the opening, she will remain the main OG who gave the peak
Mm,
performance of
I would say yeah.
Demon
I would
Slayer.
say Demon Slayer deserves the attention that it gets. Yes, sometimes it may be overhyped, but I would say it is well deserved. It is well
Yeah.
deserved for Demon Slayer.
But one thing I do like about the anime, they actually do a good job at fleshing out the story. So you know when like the page
Mm-hmm.
where you saw Usui having the battle with the demon, right? Literally, that's only like
Okay.
3 pages, like in the manga, like 3 pages. That's it. But the animation sequence, oh my god, the way they've like actually expanded, and they do add more scenes just to give it more of like a storyline and content. I think the anime does like a really good job at that because that's what you don't get in like manga, because manga is like more straight to the point on their
Mm-hmm.
storytelling. But I like how anime is like add a little bit here and there of extra scenes just to make the whole viewer experience
Yes.
really really nice and really really
Very
good.
nice.
Okay, before anything, I think we'll go on to the okay. I know there are like other more really
Mm-hmm.
really good animes. I did mention about since we are talking about popular animes, let me bring this up.
Okay.
Let me find the poster of it.
What you got?
I mentioned it in the beginning of the stream. Chainsaw Man. Have you dabbled into it? Have you
Ooh.
watched it? Have you read it? Let me know your thoughts, buddy. I
I
love to
haven't
hear
watched it
them.
yet,
Ooh,
but
okay. Do you know what's it about? Like, I like to like hear like what you've gathered from like, cause we're
okay.
just like fellow anime buddies. Is how we are.
I'll I'll be honest. Like from like I don't watch Demon Slayer. No, I don't watch Oshinoko. But somehow, by watching other people posting on Facebook, I can somehow understand the premise of the shows.
Mm-hmm.
But for Demon Slayer, it's a bit of a left and right, up and down. Because I
Oh,
have
okay, yeah.
like, I
I
was
think
like,
that's
what
because it
is
has
the
different
point?
arcs, yeah. Because each season is like a different arc, so that's where you're like confused. It's
Yes.
like, wait, we were in a village in this one, and then now we're outside. What?
Yeah, like
Or
for like Demon Slayer, there's like I can understand like the whole premise. Okay, saving his little sister to become a normal
yeah,
human, etc. But for Chainsaw Man, I'm like, what is happening? What is your premise? I mean, the show has been on for so long,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I've watched people posting on Facebook, and I still have no idea what is the premise. All I know is that Denji likes boobs.
Yeah, Denji likes with okay, so that's like actually the main hilarious stealer of the show. So let me just okay, Tanjiro.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just bring everybody like in okay, wait, hold up. Let me find a picture of Denji, our best boy. But this is Denji as
Yes.
Chainsaw Man. So let me bring him up right now.
But I
Um,
like the song. I like the song.
Oh yeah, I love the song too. It's
I like
amazing.
the
There we
OP.
go.
The OP is really
Denji,
good.
best boy. So this is our Denji best boy. Okay, that's him as Chainsaw Man. I'm sorry, you can't see his face right now. Um,
Uh-huh.
let me just bring up another picture of a poster. Okay, it's gonna be for chat, so chat can see. Hold up. Where is it? Oh God, where did I put it? Yeah, it's over here. Nope, wrong one. Yeah, there we go. Found it. Okay. No, wrong one. Okay, let me just put this
Which
one
one did you get?
let me just put this one for the time being because I can this one. Let me just it's the same picture of him, but it's like on a poster level.
Okay.
Hello. There we go. I think you can see it now. Ta-da. Let me
Yeah.
bring
Yes, I can see
let
it.
me bring the one with like the whole Japanese cast in
Mm.
it so that it's more forgiving. You know, I swear to the high heavens I've been trying to sell people on the Chainsaw Man ever since the starting of the manga, but no, only when the anime pops up, it's when the hype began. Stop it! I
Yes.
agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Bro, you have no idea.
Okay, I can agree on that
Oh
one because
my
I have
god.
seen. I remember like okay, my first impression of Chainsaw Man was when I saw that picture of Makima. I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, which picture?
Um,
There's a lot of
I don't know
pictures.
which pic, but I remember there are some memes about it.
Uh-huh.
There are some questionable pictures about it, but at the same time, they are very like really cool art style. Like for me, when I saw that picture, I'm like, oh wow, this is interesting because I only like saw the picture, and I know that it's from their manga. It's not from animated ones.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a few years back. I think it's during COVID. And when they said that, when they announced like making the anime version, and then everybody be like, oh, okay,
Hype.
it's
Like the anime
it's
community
like a
hype.
bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody be like catching up to
And
it. I'm
I
like,
think when everybody found out that Mappa was making it, so Mappa, they're same people who did like Attack on Titan,
oh,
Jujutsu Kaisen, the big anime. So people were like really excited.
makes
Even
sense.
I was enthusiastic and
Okay.
like really pumped. I was like, oh my fucking god, Mappa is whoa! I can imagine Chainsaw Man going off the roof because it's definitely more I remember
Mm.
explaining Chainsaw Man to some of my friends. I was like, they're like, oh, how's Chainsaw Man? And I'm like, oh, it's dark, it's horror,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
It's
thriller. Yeah. Then they're like, oh, that's a bit you like reading those? And I'm like, no, I just got swallowed into it and here I am now. So that's how the experience was for me on Chainsaw Man. It definitely starts off thriller,
mm-hmm.
horror, and then it gets dark, like really dark. So that's what a lot of
Mm.
people like about it. And then it kind of sinks in a little bit with like Jujutsu Kaisen in terms of like the horror element, mainly the thriller and dark elements. So we're talking like the gore, the ghost, the demons within us,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of deal. So it and the series is good. I'm only here trying to sell to people, but damn,
People,
they
but
are
damn, they're anime
anime writers.
writers.
Yeah, no, you would know somebody who's like into Chainsaw Man. Like I know when they're an anime watcher, like when I hear them
Mm-hmm.
speak, it's like very obvious. I remember I had one no, I noticed
Mm-hmm.
one a mutual, I won't even call it a friend, it was like an acquaintance I knew.
Okay.
And they were like, oh, the anime is so good, this is my favorite character. And I was like, all right, buddy. All right, buddy. Okay.
All right, buddy, we get it.
Yeah.
We get it.
No, but it was like cute on it, and they're like, "Oh my god, favorite character throughout the whole series." I'm like, "Yeah, buddy." Yeah, buddy. Okay, okay, okay. No, but that was just a comment to myself, and of course, I don't want to ruin it for the anime
Okay.
watchers. But I'm like, yeah, for now,
Yeah.
like
True.
it
True.
in
True.
my head for now.
For
To
now.
to be fair, the animation helps sells the visual. I would agree, and I think also the voice cast for Chainsaw Man was really good too. They did a really
Okay.
good job at casting the characters, which I was really happy about. But
Mm.
to anybody who reads, oh no, I think it was Shoto. I remember Shoto
Okay.
tweeted that I think the Chainsaw Man like I think once the anime series was out,
Okay.
it was like airing. I think it was last year. He made a tweet. I wonder if he can find that fucking tweet. He
Okay.
made a tweet. It was so hilarious. He just tweeted, "I finished reading Chainsaw Man. Damn." I was like, "Welcome to the
Damn.
club, buddy." And then no, because Chainsaw Man is actually a dark horror thriller anime.
Okay.
It makes up for plot and story wise. I would say
Okay.
is it serves its purpose, if that makes sense. Like
Okay.
it like literally when the arc finishes, like I think it's
Mm-hmm.
about 98 chapters. So when you reach on the solid 99 or like 100, you literally finish the whole arc.
Okay.
It's like the whole beginning arc.
Okay.
That which was like a good full circle. It was like, okay, we got like an but if I were to give people like the level and experience of like Chainsaw Man's storyline,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those animes where, yeah, you're in for a ride. That's all I gotta
It's
say. You're in
yeah.
for a hella ride.
From my impression, it's just action, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of blood,
Mm-hmm.
and more actions. There are some.
Yes.
Is there any some kind of comedy in it though?
There is. There's like the relatable moment of like what the MC
Uh
goes
huh.
through, so you
Uh
would kind of relate.
huh.
Honestly, if I were to give you like a like a
Okay.
TLDR of it, it would be
Okay.
like it's just about a dude who wants
It's just
to
about
who
it's just
wants
about
who
the
wants to
dude.
just live a normal life, but oh shit, he's a devil, that kind of thing. So it's
Ah.
giving a lot of that, but at the same time, a lot of weird ass shit comes his way, and you're like,
Uh-huh.
damn, dude can't catch a break. That's literally his life. So, like when you watch this series, you just be like, oh, okay. So in terms of like story, I would say it's like purposeful. It does its job at delivering.
Okay.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
it has good it does do a good job of involving everyone for a shonen series as it should. So it involves
Okay.
all the cast like really well.
Okay.
I think the mangaka artist did it really well. Very
Mm-hmm.
good. Um, uh, how else would I explain them? I don't want to spoil. It's because I know what happens, and I don't want to say anything. To but you're in for a ride, and when you're in for that ride, you will just realize, oh, okay, Fujimoto-san did a really good job at like. I remember after finishing it, I just closed the manga and was like, wow, man, that sure was what, man.
I love the OP. I
Man.
love the OP
I'll just
very,
go
very
like
much.
that,
It's
man.
super ass. It's
Oh
super catchy.
yes,
It's
I love
really
it too.
good.
It's
And then
hella good.
and then not only the song, but I remember a friend of mine. I think like when the show came out, and then they shared like the OP, the actual OP from the anime. Apparently, there were a lot of references from real life references from real life
Yes,
movies.
yes, that's what I really liked about it as well. Somebody made a Twitter
Yeah,
thread
and I'm
about
like,
that.
okay, this is a very good way of presenting an opening.
Yes, all the
Uh,
cinematic shots, all the Easter egg
yes,
references that the animation studio actually did. I found that super super interesting, and it was really really. I mean,
yes.
I think if you are like a cinematic film enthusiast, you would just be like, "Ooh, this is so nice," like,
I do understand though,
yeah, it's like,
but
"Ooh."
okay, but if I were to ask you, Ciara, right?
Mhm.
Like when you, because like for me, an opening for an anime, it tells about like what to expect from the show itself.
Oh yeah, it
So
makes or
when
break
you
an
watch the
anime.
OP, is
Oh,
it does it serve that purpose? That's what I really want to know, because from what I understand, like when I watch the OP, it's a lot of movie references, which I appreciate. Yes,
ooh,
it's what makes the opening unique, because it's referencing from all the movies that have
mm.
existed before. But is it relevant to the story? That's the question I want to know.
Ooh, okay, good question. I feel like
Hmm.
I always feel an anime opening is what makes or break a series. But then again,
Yes.
but then again, I beg to differ on the question. Wait, hold on. Topic just said the series is a landmine of spoils. Exactly, I agree. Like anime watchers won't know what we mangaka readers know. We just be like,
Okay.
all right, buddy, cool, cool, cool. You like that character? Cool, cool. Cool. Good for you. Good
Um.
for you. Come on, it's just good for you. And then the mangaka loves films and pumps the references in the OPs based. Some, yeah,
Some.
I would agree. Like back to your question, Primer, that
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like yeah, but okay. See, this is it's quite hard for me to answer because I don't trust anime openings.
Okay.
Whether it be the song that sells it, the animation style.
Okay.
But I always do adore when the animators and the anime production house and all actually like allows and gets the permission of the manga because like, hey, can we add this here, we know you like it, like would it be cool. I love when animation studios do that. It goes to show how they are invested in the show and like really
Okay.
appreciate it to actually make it flourish.
Mhm.
So I feel like yes, there is a factor that would make or break the show. But there are
Mhm.
times where sometimes the anime opening doesn't need to be really that all flashy in order to. It's because sometimes I don't like it when an anime opening tells too much of a story
Mm.
in its opening itself. It's giving away too
Okay.
much. It's like when you watch a movie trailer and you're like, oh wow, I basically just watch the whole movie, but condensed in an opening form,
Mm.
which is not a bad thing. It really isn't.
Okay.
And I mean, I could bring up like old anime openings, like unless if you're like doing an anime opening where it shows more of like a what
Mm-hmm.
do you call it? It's arc focusing anime openings. So that would
Okay.
make more sense. How each anime opening would be different, and it would make or break an arc. So to answer your
Ah.
question, I would say yes. It has to.
Yes.
It has to make it or break it. But there, like, okay, I'll give you a
Ah.
classic example. Okay,
Okay.
Hunter x Hunter has the same damn opening song throughout all its 6 seasons. Never once changed it. Never. And for some fucking reason, that just my mind blows me to this day because you would expect 6 seasons of a shonen anime. It would
Wait,
have
they do
at
that?
least yes,
6 seasons, same opening
yeah, same opening song.
songs.
Yeah, but the clips change. But still, is the same opening. And I just so see sometimes you don't need a new for music, I guess. You don't need a new music in order for like new content to be generated. And I respect Hunter x Hunter for that so much. They would change the endings, by the way. The endings would change. But when it came to the opening, it stood alone on that one sole opening. Amazing.
Mm.
It were 6 seasons, okay? 6 seasons. Same opening song, but the content, of course, for each season arc, like the clips change. But
Yes.
I
So yeah,
I just
yeah, it's kind of normal, but
say
for
yeah
6 seasons though,
yeah, same like Yu Yu Hakusho. Said like Taufik said, same for Yu Yu Hakusho. I think it's the same for Flame of Recca as well. Oh, all these
that's
old
six
animes. All
seasons.
yeah, all the old animes, dude. It's wild to me. But I feel
My
like now in
gosh.
today's generation, it actually does matter. But then again, sometimes a good opening doesn't necessarily mean a good anime, okay? I don't
Mm.
know if you watch Sword Art Online, but I remember the opening by Lisa was fire as fuck, okay? I love it, iconic, amazing. But I'm one of those people. I know, like, if you
Hmm.
discuss this with like any Sword Art Online fan, like the first season, the OG season,
Okay.
it's a 50-50. You either hate it, there's no middle ground. You either hate it or you either love the series. It's
Mm.
like that war. So I am one of those who hated it. Like I watched
Mm.
it to fully like before I review this shit of an anime. let me let me finish it. And I ended up torturing myself and finishing it. And I was like, that's fucking it. No. Fuck this. And then also I'm the ones that hate it. And then season 2 just got more weird and fucked up. It's just weird, okay? And then I sound like a hater, but I have my reasons. If I were to go deep into them, I might
Mm.
fight someone. But honestly, storyline was not as presented as well as how the opening hyped the anime up. They ended up being
Okay.
disappointing in terms of like
Hmm.
storytelling. For people who haven't watched Sword Art Online, spoilers, you can click away. So basically, the story, I'm sure you knew about the story. It starts off with like everybody being trapped in the AI game. So everybody's
My
trapped and they can't
gosh.
come out. So a lot of them end up like like if you die in the game, you die in real life. It's that kind of concept. So a lot of the players ended up like committing suicide. They wanted to figure out like how to get back into reality, and
Mm-hmm.
then that some of them don't even last long in the game because like it's a MMORPG kind of game. So it's like if like they're so worried about like leveling up because if you die, you die. That's it. So it's like real, like going on like a
Yes.
real isekai adventure. And then you kind of go through like the whole arc of the MC. Like he's apparently a pro master player, and he's doing his thing, getting his level
He's a
ups.
pro, he's
Yeah,
a pro
yeah,
gamer
he's a pro
technically.
gamer. Yeah, and then he
It's a
meets
pro.
another girl who's a pro gamer herself, and you're like, holy matrimony! And then they kind of like built this like life together in the game. Like they literally get married and shit, which is like so
Yes.
cute, right? But then they still have to reach their main goal, which is to find a way to kind of like escape.
Get out from the
Yeah,
game.
get out from the game.
Yes.
But then you get to realize at the end of the series, okay, so they
Mm.
have to go up a tower. Okay, so in order to reach a certain point at the tower, like the game developer like said like that like if you complete the game, that's how you like exit the game. You get what I mean? So everybody was
Yes.
figuring
Yep.
out like how to do that. So you have to go through this tower. And you get to find out the villain of the game is like a fucking deranged, but of course every villain has to be. It's a fucking deranged asshole who just decided to pull the plug on the game because he's like, yeah, why the fuck not? See what happens. I don't care if people die. So that was one. And then the fact that in the in the OG season, they actually don't
Okay.
even make it to the top of the tower. You think they do, but
Okay.
they don't. They don't even make it halfway.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck is this like anticlimactic kind of shit? But I was just disappointed at that fact, and I feel like I wasted my time. All that effort, all that build up, just for them to not even reach to the top. They didn't even reach like halfway. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Um, Fuck, even Raman have had multiple openings. SOA, damn, such original concept. Looks like heck. But I wasn't happy on that, and I feel like it had
Hmm.
good build up, but it just was very what's the
Mm-hmm.
word? It's very disappointing in the ending. Like you will be pissed. You'll be like, man, all that for like nothing.
Ah.
So that was just a disappointment. But I do know people who did enjoy the series. They just it's that kind of niche crowd. They actually like that and they don't mind it. It's more about the journey of the anime, not really like the goal. It's one of those. That's what I got to hear from a
Mm-hmm.
friend who personally enjoyed it when I was dissing
Mm-hmm.
on an anime to them. I was like, I don't like it. Because we were just like discussing. They're like, oh, actually, your points are valid. Like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, in the end, like they don't even make it to the top. Come on, like at least make it,
Not even halfway.
Yeah, not even halfway, bro. And then the side characters ended up being like annoying AF. Like they were like yeah, they were
Really?
purposeful until like they do like a 180 in their character and you're like, wait a minute, why? So that was a
My
factor as well.
gosh.
But again, I guess these are for like a niche set of audience where
Mm-hmm.
they like being in the moment with the characters. So like again, the journey, rather than focusing on the goal. But for me, like a storyline is important for the plot and the premise. So you don't have like a
Mm-hmm.
you had a good plot, but just didn't execute very well. I guess
But
disappointing.
the okay, so but it did got really really popular, right?
Yes, it
But
did.
it's just that it doesn't end on a good note.
Yeah, for me, like personally, that's what I feel.
Dang.
To anybody watching the stream, if you feel hurt by my words, it's my opinion, okay? All right.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll
Yeah.
be very honest as well. I do not like SAO.
Oh,
Um
okay.
because one, like I said just now, it's a bit too overhyped, I would say.
Man,
I
Taufik,
this
so
this
sorry,
is the
man.
one anime that I actually watched through. Because I just wanna because okay, it was high school. It was
Yes, oh my god,
I
I have
have
to
too much
mention this.
time.
This was
I
like,
have too
would 16-year-old me like this? Like, I had to,
Yes.
like, okay, this is the same, because honestly, anime back when we were young, it was prevalent within our time. So maybe what we were
Mm.
going through during that period, maybe there's a sense of relatability, like we relate to
Mm-hmm.
it. So of course it would make sense if 16-year-old Ciara would watch Cardcaptor Sakura because duh, I'm in my
Yes.
shoujo years. I want to live my magical girl fantasy,
Heck
but
yes.
25-year-old me would be like, "Oh, that's cute." Meh.
But it's unrelatable.
No, I wouldn't say it's unrelatable, but
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that it's not that I don't favor it, but my interest in anime has changed at that point. So I'm not really
Yes.
looking into that genre anymore. It's probably I want to explore other genres. Or I wouldn't say it's
Yeah.
growing up from the genre. It's not that I say, oh, I don't watch shoujo anymore. I do. I love to dabble in a little bit of shoujo, but like 20 plus year old me,
Okay.
it I wouldn't say can it's not that I don't relate with the content, but I'm now at a different point of my life where um it doesn't bring me as much joy as how
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch it when I was younger. You kind of just
Yes.
it's I wouldn't say it's
Yes.
getting over the content. It's like, oh, I'm over it. No, it's not that. It's just that your
Yeah.
your interests change. That's the best
Yeah,
way
yeah.
and example I can really tell. Wait, Taufik said manual don't want to know what the light novel has entailed. Taufik, don't say it. I think I know what you're talking about.
Why?
Oh my
Why?
god, it gets so weird in the
I
light
don't
novel.
understand that reference.
The light novel will not make sense. That's how bad the
Oh
show was
my
going.
gosh.
That's when you know when the anime got popular, they were milking so much money out of it. Like they were gonna make stupid shit content. They're like, this is gonna make money, and then people bought into it because I don't
I
know. Yeah, people
I
bought
remember
into
there
it.
were a lot of versions of SEO, right?
Yes.
There is SAO, and then there's one where there's a fairy version of it, and then there's one with a gun version of it.
Oh my god, yeah,
Is
yeah, true. So
is there any more?
you were talking about, yeah, you were saying, so you actually watched Sword Art Online, correct? And like, how was
Yes.
your whole experience? Again, like you said, you
Oh
were
my
mentioning high
gosh.
school, so I feel like this matters. Like
Mm-hmm.
younger us would be like, fuck yes, the best anime. I haven't this is what I thought about Vampire Knight. 16-year-old me enthusiastic vampire. It was the
Oh my
equivalent of
gosh.
me being a fangirl of Twilight. You know, that was my
Mm-hmm.
equivalent but in anime. And then like
Uh-huh.
I watched it 10 years later. And I'm like, what was I really watching this
Yeah,
shit?
same.
I was
Same.
like,
Yes,
was
this is exactly how I feel.
okay,
Like
so is that what you were
I
going
was
through?
so excited to watch SEO when I was a kid. I remember I think it was more than 10 years ago. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of good. It's kind of good. I'm not going to say it's great. It's kind of good. It has its traumatic moments where people die,
Yeah,
etc.,
yeah,
etc.
yeah.
It kind of makes me scared a bit, but 10 years later, when I'm like looking back the plot, I'm like, why did I like this anime in the first place? This is shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of shit.
Yeah.
Why am I
It makes
wasting
you
my time
really
watching that
think,
show?
why did I hype this up? So I feel like
Yeah.
maybe, right? This is where like I was discussing this with my best friend as well. I was like, why did we like praise it so much when we were younger, and now that we're older, we don't praise it as much? I think now,
Mm.
as I think as time passes by, and when you're older a little bit, you're a little bit more mature, and you're a little bit more not as stupid as you were as a young
A little
kid.
more stupid. A little bit more
I would
stupid.
say stupidity does play a role in it because you don't really use your brain. Teenagers, right? We just want to like enjoy life. But I feel like it's more of like we are able the anime, that's when you know the anime is actually not made for it's made for a type of target audience. It's catered
Mm.
to teenagers. It's catered to kids. So as
Oh my
adults,
gosh.
we wouldn't like enjoy it. You get what I mean? It's one of those. So so I feel like that is like also the main point, plot, and reason. Taufik also
Yeah.
says, y'all. I grew up with the trash harem. Oh my god, same Taufik. And I grew out of them. But the rare occasion, there's some good shows that pop up now. That I would agree exactly. So I think it's like how the
Mm.
anime is built for the target audience. So I come back to like my like how I used to watch shoujo anime. Oh my god, 16-year
Okay.
old me in love with my fictional 2D anime boyfriend. But growing up, I realized, yeah, only in high school. Like I
It's a
wouldn't want.
bit cringy
Yeah, it's
now.
a bit cringy now. No, but they have like a warm memory, like a wholesome memory in my heart. But
Mm-hmm.
that's when I know like, oh, I'm not as interested into watching any more shoujo animes now because
Yeah.
I prefer more darker themes, storyline plots,
Hmm. Oh,
mature content.
I would say, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. I think I agree to you on that point because I
Mhm.
think like when I was a kid, I remember this anime called Blood Plus.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh my god, let's
it
look
was
at
really
that. Let me
good.
bring up a
It
photo
was
of
really
that.
good, but I was traumatized by the amount of blood in it. But
Oh,
hence the
okay.
name of the title of
What
the
was
show
the
is
what
Blood
was it
Plus. So
about? Does it
I
have
will
to
take the
spell it?
blame on that part. But and I remember like I was a bit scared on watching those kind of mature enemies, but I do like a slightly lighter one.
Mhm.
SAO is a good example. There's not much of a bloodshed, but there are some dark tones a bit.
Mhm.
But as I grew up, like I am really comfortable watching blood spilling everywhere.
Oh, Blood
Example,
Plus.
Demon
Oh,
Slayer
Blood
is a
Plus, like on Animex, the one where the girl had the sword, and then and then and
yes,
then
that's
and then
one.
and then she's
And
like a
then
vampire-ish with the sword. And
yes.
let me bring that
Uh,
photo up.
and then as I grew up, I noticed that I am much more comfortable watching enemies, more mature ones. Example, I would
Oh,
say
like
a good
wasn't
example would
so
be
OG.
there is a one Gundam show that I'm currently watching, which is Wish from Mercury. Um, it was good. It was good, and there are some surprising plot twists into it, which kind of made me feel surprised. But it doesn't strike me like really scary anymore. It's kind of like,
Mm.
oh, okay, it's a very
It's a
mature
dark
kind
tone.
of thing, mature
It's a dark
theme.
show.
And when I look back at like okay, SAO storyline, or sometimes I do watch clips of SAO, I'm like, why am I watching this as a kid? Why am I feeling very cringy now?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question.
Mm. Yeah,
But
that's
I
when you
think, like you
realize.
said, like,
I
we're
would.
growing up with it. I would say.
Yeah, I think Taufik's right also. We kind of grow out of because we can't
Hmm.
relate to it anymore because it was a once upon a time phase in our life. So
Hmm.
I feel that a lot. Like for me, as much as I love a good high school shoujo anime, I'm like, God, I don't want to be I'm done with high school. I don't want to be
Yeah.
in school. And then it's kind of like going through like your
Yeah.
I mean, if you love reliving like your teenagehood, which is I have friends who are like mothers right now, and they
Hmm.
love shoujo animes because it kind of brings back to that wholesome memory like back in school to them. So I totally
Yes.
get where their passion and like interest lies in it. And I'm like, oh my god, do you, boo? It's like I know if it holds a special place in your heart and it puts you in
Yeah.
a good mood, it makes you happy, then the anime does
Yes.
it justice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Like
So,
I think I think you brought up a very good point. I think because more than 10 years ago, anime is seen as just another cartoon for kids.
mm-hmm,
So like it's more friendly, it's cutesy, happy, funny. And you know, as time goes by, um the creators for these animes, they push the boundary a bit more.
mm-hmm.
So now, you know, we have slightly suggestive themes,
Oh yeah, for
mature
sure. It
ones.
depends
Yeah, so
wherever the genre tackles. Like Vampire Knight.
yes.
I swear, watching it now, I was like, why did I like this? Dude,
Yes.
with
That's
the
the thing.
fact that it
Yes.
even aired, I was like, wow. I remember how invested I was. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
girl, you're the Lulu. This is the Lulu. Okay,
Yes.
like I'm gonna give you the triangle, right? No, but I was quite disappointed in Matsuri Hino at the time because the
Mm.
love triangle. Okay, so basically it's about vampires. Okay, the show is about vampires. It's an old anime show, and it's basically about how the MC, this main girl, has a love triangle with a pure blood vampire,
Okay.
which I'm just gonna call Vampire A, and then she has her
Okay.
best friend who was bitten by a pure blood vampire and it's like cursed
Mm-hmm.
to be a vampire. So that's Vampire B. So
Mm-hmm.
she basically is in a love triangle between a best friend and between a pure blood vampire who she like admires. Okay, like a crush.
Okay.
So I remember the mangaka artist didn't really do a good ending
Okay.
because people want to know which team. It's like exactly like Twilight. Are you team Edward or team
Mm-hmm.
Jacob? So I
Oh my god.
personally felt the mangaka really shot herself in the foot on that one because she ended up not giving the MC. Okay, and later down the line, I got to find out that Yuki was really a damsel in distress and kind of typical anime
Mm-hmm.
girl shoujo can't figure out her own shit.
Yes.
Everybody has to help her because she can't help herself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that the show was bad. Teenage
Mm-hmm.
me enjoyed it because I guess it was relatable high school. But
Yeah,
watching it
you feel
now,
relatable.
yeah,
I would say,
relatable.
yeah.
But then watching it now, I'll be like when it's like, I guess this is what our parents mean when they say like, do you hear yourself? Do you see what you're doing? Do you know how stupid you look? It's kind of like you being a parent and looking at your younger self, and you're like, yeah, what were you doing? you know. And as teenagers, you want to rebel and all. Oh,
Wow,
Taufik
yeah,
was
you're invested in this
yeah,
anime.
my bread and butter for series are slice of life. That's true. I think a good anime that every like human being on this earth would enjoy is definitely a good slice of life. I feel like that
Yeah.
caters to like all ages, all audience. It's not a niche. Everybody loves it. I love a good
Yeah.
slice of life. Takes the edge off. Sometimes you just want to watch a story about about someone cooking, and it's great.
Yeah.
Like they just find passion in cooking, and so I think that's really nice. But I feel
Yeah,
like
just
anime does matter in a whole sense of, yeah, I get how it's
yes.
important to
Just
you.
like I used to remember like I think during high school years, people be like, "Oh, um you know, back in the old days, people don't like anime as much as today."
Oh
And
yeah,
I
Gen
think like
Z's
watching
love it
slice
now.
of life really gives me a lot of happiness.
Yeah.
Especially K-On! I
Oh
hope
my
that
god.
I think people know K-On!
Yes. Okay, I didn't grow up watching K-On! I think that time
Mm-hmm.
when I was a teenager, like that memory, what was I watching a lot? I wasn't watching K-On! I wasn't watching Lucky Star. Okay, I remember that. Yeah, well, that's that
Ooh.
era.
Hey,
I was
yes.
more of the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I was more invested in that one. So yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I think that was like it came out the same time as K-On! Was it's more
Okay.
or less like they're in like that same seasonal anime kind of period.
Mm-hmm.
But K-On! Is entirely different because that is a slice of life. High school girls, school band, it's fun. That's what I liked about it too. I remember watching a few episodes, but I didn't really like. I didn't grow up watching that series, but
Okay.
it was in. I watched a few episodes, but not as invested as I was in other animes at the time.
Uh-huh. I
Mm.
was invested fully on K-On! During the time.
Ooh,
Because I don't
ooh.
know why, but it gives me like such a feel of relaxation, joy, and it's because it's slice of life, so
Mm-hmm.
there's no like really bad moments. It's just people just living normal lives, just
Oh my
normal
god,
moments,
I
and the
feel
comedy part
you.
really helps me as well. I don't know how many times I laugh like crazy whenever I watch K-On! But
Mm.
K-On! Really it introduced me to the slice of life genre, and it introduced me to a bit of a J-pop slash J-rock kind of genre as well
Oh, okay, that's
because of the
nice.
music.
Yeah, the music. I was just gonna say like the music would have
Yes.
like
My gosh,
opened
I was
up
such a
to
weeb back
see
then.
it expands the interest. You know what I mean? So you're like, hell
Yes.
yeah,
My
hell
gosh.
yeah. That was like me with, oh no, I swear the animes that I've watched are quite hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if sometimes I stumble upon them like absolutely randomly, and I'm like, how did I even land here? But I'm invested, you
Yes.
know. I just go in that mode. Okay,
My
wait, let me bring up a
gosh.
poster just to bring up the nostalgia. Ta-da!
And we
Hold on,
should we
wait.
should do another podcast for I was saying
Yes. Oh my god. I feel like
nostalgia
we
animes.
were going on we were supposed to talk about popular animes, but we ended up like going on a slight
Yes.
tangent of like our no, but I feel like this is a good anime talk about like how what animes like we actually like, and then we did talk about like a good big three, Oshinoko, Demon
Yes, we
Slayer,
did.
and then we also talked a little bit about just a teeny bit about Chainsaw Man. We didn't really talk. No, actually, we did talk about Chainsaw Man. I can't
Mm-hmm.
really spoil too much because there's a big divide of like
Yeah.
there is a big divide of anime watchers and manga readers. It's one of those animes where
Yeah.
like the manga readers cannot talk and the anime watchers will not know. It's one of
True.
those. It's the same with Jujutsu Kaisen. Speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, hey, Shiro's here.
Mm-hmm.
Hi there, Shiro. Ayo.
Hey,
Sissy
welcome,
to Sissy
welcome.
Shiro. Hi, welcome to the stream. We're talking about anime right now. So, I
Speaking of
just
Jujutsu
yeah.
Kaisen,
Speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, have it. Let me bring up a photo of my
yes.
best boys.
My gosh, when you say Jujutsu
Uh,
Kaisen, the first thing that came to my mind, because I have a little sister,
okay. Oh
that
shit.
loves Jujutsu Kaisen to
Uh,
the max. She has a
oh my
tote
god.
bag of who's that character with white hair again?
Oh, Gojo. I don't blame
Yeah,
her, bro.
yeah.
I don't
He has
blame
like
her.
she has a tote bag. I
Wait,
think it's not even like printed ones. It's someone hand drawing on the tote bag.
oh my god,
Like
for real,
damn, that's
bro.
good.
Bro. Okay,
And
let me.
I honestly, I would say I would watch. Um, it's Jujutsu Kaisen is one anime that I would say that it is overrated. Like people really know about it, but I will watch it because it's I don't know why it's good.
Oh no, it's good.
It
I think
it's action.
it's. Yes.
It has comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Really good comedy. I would say really good comedy, and The I would say the action and comedy mix really made it like, okay, this is an interesting anime to watch. I really do.
Oh, okay, that's really nice. It's actually good to hear from like, not gonna lie, a male perspective, because I'm
Oh,
a
it's
female, so
cool.
I
I
may
love
have
it.
a bias on, like, hot anime men. Like you see here, like these two men right here. Oh my god. Yeah, so but I'll give you like based on like I of course, as an avid anime watcher, I don't just watch. Okay,
Hmm.
I would say I'm quite the respectable anime watcher of shonen. Okay, okay, I will say I have not touched One Piece. Okay, it's not that
Okay.
the 1,000 episode mile mark, is a fear to me. No, it's not. It's not. It's just that
Mm.
I really haven't had time to sit down. I watched the first episode, which is literally you get
Hmm.
to know how Luffy is on a boat, and then he gets on a boat and he's like meeting new people. That's
Hmm.
great. But more
Hmm.
of my time was invested. I grew up watching Naruto. So from Naruto,
Okay.
I after watching Naruto, I think I watched. Okay, these are the shonen that I've watched. Which, okay,
Okay.
in respect, why I have not watched One Piece, but I have watched what's it called, Naruto, because that's like the most embedded memory. Because growing up with Naruto was like literally I related to it so much because it was same age. So from Naruto to Naruto Shippuden made me cry
Okay.
when it got to the end. But Naruto, I also watched Yu
Hmm.
Yu Hakusho. I also watched Flame of Recca.
Ooh.
Uh, I also watched Bleach, but Bleach I actually didn't finish because
Okay.
I got spoiled. I know why I didn't finish it. I got spoiled and I just didn't want to continue the series anymore. Because I remember finishing Rukia's arc, and then I was at the park where Orihime gets like captured by
Hmm.
Ururoko. I can't even say his name, but I remember. But I totally kind of forgot, like like if I were to watch Bleach again, I need to like I feel like I need to rewatch it from the beginning, because a
Okay.
lot of like the lore and the memory and the context of the show is kind of wiped out from my memory. Not all. Like I know Bankai and I know like the Soul Reapers and I know that, but it's just kind of like I need to refresh my memory. So I watched. I would say I did watch Bleach a little bit, but I didn't finish it. I should, now that the
Yes.
new season is coming
Same.
up. I watch Bleach. I watch Hunter x Hunter. I watch Full Metal
Hmm.
Alchemist Brotherhood. So I feel I have a good shonen. Let me just Dragon Ball. I grew up watching Dragon Ball. Oh my god, Dragon Ball to Dragon
Okay.
Ball Z GT. What else? What else? Because a lot of people will ask, like, big three, right? Big three.
Okay.
So I feel that that's a lot already for shonen. Yeah, I think that's about about 5, 6. Like we're talking like Death Note. Death Note was one of them. Oh my
Okay.
god,
Okay.
Death Note. I watched Death Note. So like I think if I didn't really touch on like maybe One Piece or like Fairy Tail.
Hmm.
I think those are the only two, because you know how like in every anime moment there's like the big three. You have to watch the big three, and people always be like Naruto, Dragon Ball, Bleach, One Piece. Like it's always that war like of the big three.
Hmm.
Wait. Wawa feels proud to be able to carry the famous Ciara cross as Keto. Ah, yeah, oh my god. Shiro cosplayed as now that Ghetto is here.
Wow.
Shiro cosplayed as Ghetto, and then I was like, oh my god, can we do a fun TikTok together? And I requested that. I was like, oh, can you carry me, like can you princess carry me? Like it's just please. And then they were like, okay, cool. And then we did it. It was so funny. I was in a
Oh.
maid dress too, so it just made it even more hilarious. So, oh my god, if you want to watch Bleach, you need to bleach your brains. It's actually quite true. I need to kind of like recollect a little bit of my memory. I have a lot of like shonen in me. Oh my god, I even watched JoJo. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I watched JoJo.
Oh my god, which
I will
which
proudly
part is
say
your favorite?
I will I will proudly say that I watched okay, I will proudly say that I watched JoJo from the first one up until Stardust. Forgot what's the
Stardust
Stardust thing again.
Crusaders?
Yes, I watched until Stardust Crusader, and then I stopped because,
Oh, you stopped at like
um,
the third
yeah, because
one.
during the time,
Mm-hmm.
when I watched Stardust Crusader, I was interested to know because okay, so when I watched Stardust Crusader,
Oh god,
because it
where's
was
my
they
VTuber
just
model?
finished,
I'm so sorry, my
yeah.
VTuber model is like it's glitching the fuck out. It looks like I'm okay. Hello, hi, I'm back. It's
Okay,
yeah.
so I watched Stardust Crusader during the
Mm-hmm.
time because they just finished finished the show for it.
Mm-hmm.
So hence why I decided, like, my friend told me, like, oh, before Stardust Crusader there were other JoJo shows as well. If you
Mm-hmm.
can, do watch it.
Oh,
So
so
I
you
watched
watched
it.
part three first, and then
Yeah,
you
I
know.
from yeah,
Go on,
I
go on.
watched Stardust Crusader first and then I reversed. So
Yeah.
um and I remember during the time I was very scared because there were some gory parts, there were some very mature parts in it, and I was quite scared, but I like it. I really do.
Oh, that's
And
nice. That's nice.
it's good. I would say I would
Oh
proudly
my
say that I
god.
watched JoJo
I
and it was good.
I
And
have
then when
never.
there's a new JoJo coming out. I think there's a few. I did try to watch it, but because adulthood, it's very
Mm-hmm.
hard to spend time on watching those animes anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say it's still good,
Oh yeah.
interestingly good.
JoJo to
Mm-hmm.
me, oh my god, how I got into JoJo. I held off JoJo just like any like it's like how I'm holding off One Piece right now. So JoJo was like the same equivalent. Shiro says he stopped at part 5. Okay, not bad, not bad. Golden Wind, part 5. Still good,
Mm-hmm.
still good. Skipped Golden Wind. Oh what? Who skipped Gold? Taufik, you skipped Gold, but that's like the best. Okay, I will well, actually I get it. It's no problem. What okay, I remember it was my best friend. I was telling her like because I was just like talking to her one day and she was like, just watch JoJo, man. And I'm like, I'll watch it. And I never got to watching it. Every time she said that, I never got to watching it until one day she was like, can you just watch it? Just watch it for this one character for me, please. And I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
who's this character should I look out for? And she's like, just look out for Dio. It's like I love him because I aspire to be as petty as him. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that already was like what I was like I need to know who this character is now. He's like I won't tell you if he's that. She never told me if he was a villain. She's like you'll meet a character named Dio. I like him, and I want
Mm-hmm.
to and the fact that she said I aspire to be as petty as him. Just watch it. And I kept telling her like, can you tell me like what's the underlining story arc? I need to know. Like she just told me, can you just open it up right now and just start watching it? I, if I say anything, it will not matter. And I was like, so there was no way of getting like information out of her. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna sit and watch JoJo, and that's what I did. So, but she did alert me like, and this is where I knew the whole JoJo fandom. They don't even tell you, um, like I said, you're part 3, so that means you're on Stardust Crusaders. So that's JoJo part 3.
Okay.
So when JoJo was
Oh.
released at the time, a lot of people refer to the JoJo seasons as parts. So JoJo part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I know
Okay.
that's a lot, right? Because there was a reason for that. I was like, so, and then I remember my best friend telling me like, dude, you're lame. You can't even JoJo meme with me. And I was like, okay, fuck you. I was like,
Oh.
fuck you. Don't like so insulted, like because it's my best friend saying that to me. She's like, do you know how lame you are? You don't understand
Mm-hmm.
like a JoJo meme or reference. And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. So I ended up watching
Mm-hmm.
that because I was highly offended by that statement. And she's like, and you call yourself an anime fan? I was like, whoa, the weeb in me just like, all right, bitch, I'll watch it. So that was a good way for me to start. I think without her actually spilling a little bit too much information about the show was actually good.
Mm-hmm.
So I know for a lot of people, part 1 JoJo
Okay.
will not make you like JoJo. And I
Really?
got to find out from other JoJo fans that oh my god,
Okay.
so I wasn't the only one. I was like because people sing
Uh-huh.
high praises of JoJo and I'm like are you like for real? Like people like this because it had all like if you watch JoJo Part 1, it has a lot of like the anime cliches, the
Okay.
dramatic, the
Yes.
dynamics, like
Yes.
a lot of anime cliches. So the story was not like original or innovative, and I was like, is this why is this? And then that's part 1 JoJo. So part 1 JoJo kind of is important because it's the main lore to the whole story, like as the series
Mm-hmm.
progress. Like it's like the OG. It's when before Stan users became Stans. They were known as
Yes,
Hamon.
it's all about it's
They were,
all about
yeah, it's
Hamon.
all about Hamon. Wait, how can you skip the iconic piano song? Yes, Shiro's right on that. And then you get like the piano iconic ending scene, and then I just need to finish Stone Free out of spite. Oh my god, Taufik. Okay, but now that you mention it, Taufik, oh my god, I'll get to Stone Ocean in a little bit. So when I watched JoJo, it got good for me in part two. So part two of JoJo is Battle Tendency. So that one is when
Mm-hmm.
you're introduced to, for the first JoJo is Jonathan, our OG Jonathan, JoJo. And then the second one is, it's not Jotaro. Jotaro is the third. Our second one
Mm-hmm.
is, what the fuck is the second JoJo?
It's Joseph.
Joseph, there we go.
Was it
I
Joseph?
loved Joseph. Yes, it was Joseph. I loved Joseph because he was so witty. He was
Yes,
so
he's such
witty.
a
Do you remember
dumbass.
how witty he was? He's like, you think you could stop me? Think again, bitch. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? Oh my god. So
he's a good dumbass.
yeah, he's a good you know, he's a smart dumbass. So
He's a smart
he
dumbass.
literally brought out like the whole
Oh my
you thought
god.
you seen the last of me. Aha. And then of
Aha.
course we can't forget Lisa. Lisa was
Yes.
introduced in there. Okay, a hot mama. I love her.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My
It
gosh.
started as a shonen before becoming mature. True. I agree. So and I did how like when you watch the first part of JoJo, it ties in with like the history and the lore. Like the lore continues. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like what Dragon Ball does. It's kind of like oh we're
Yes.
here. So, and then JoJo, of course, JoJo Part 3, which is Stardust Crusader, is the fun one
Mm-hmm.
where it's bros on the road, you know, going on adventure. So
Yes.
I can see why people like that. And it was a good concept of Jotaro being introduced, and he actually made new friends. So I would say that JoJo was about like friendship. Like literally friendship with friendship with these people that become like your lifelong friends, you know? And then you
Yes.
get to fight Dio. Ha! Dio, who literally survives all three seasons, and you're like,
Yes.
what the fuck? So
But like I think like Stardust Crusader was the point where stands are introduced, correct?
yes, and it was unreasonably long,
Yeah.
which I found amusing, but it made sense.
Yeah, I agree.
It's there's where all the JoJo memes started coming up, like you know the to be continued, that
Yeah.
famous
Oh my
thing.
gosh. That's
Yes.
yeah. And you know the funny thing that I noticed is that whenever there's like like I like how JoJo in Stardust Crusaders. Wait, the to be continued thing, they do it on Stardust Crusaders, right?
No. I think they do it in part one. It's
And they
originally
did part one.
one,
Okay,
yeah. But
I like
but
it.
the
I,
memes extend because it's see that's the JoJo reference. It's
I
like
love it.
yeah. So the
I
fact that
love
it
it.
embedded in like other anime fandoms. So that's when I understood, and then that's where I got to know a little bit more about Dio, and I was like, oh my god, he is the most pettiest villain. Like my best friend was right. I don't know
My
if you remember in
gosh.
part one. It was so I fucking laughed my ass off. Like when he like rejuvenated his whole form,
Mm-hmm.
his whole vampire form, because you get to find out like he's a fucking vampire.
Oh my
he,
gosh.
he like spoiler by the way for anybody who has to watch JoJo Part One, but there's a scene where he
Mhm.
like crashes into like a jewelry store, and he
Okay.
literally yells at the jewelry retailer, and he's like, "Woman, aren't you?" The way he even shouts at her, you know, like a typical woman. Are you just gonna stand there and not serve me, you piece? And he literally calls her like, "You piece of shit." And she's like running for her life. And I think he either throws her or throws a fucking chair at her, and I'm like, Dio has absolutely no chance. It was so fucking funny. I started laughing my ass off so hard.
Oh, was it Dio throwing the chair?
I don't remember, but it's so
But
funny.
yeah, I remember. I get really
No,
annoyed
that was
watching part
part
one
three,
because
right? Oh my god, I think that is in part three. They
oh
were
my
trying to stop
gosh,
Dio. No, that's in
my
part
that's
three.
a
Sorry, yeah, that's in part three. They were trying to
okay
stop
okay.
Dio. Sorry, I got confused with part one. Part one is when Jonathan like got rid of him.
Yeah, it's more of a like part one for me is more of a a very gentleman JoJo.
Yeah.
Part two is a dumbass but smart.
Yes,
Smart
yes, I
Jojo.
like that. Dumbass but
I,
smart.
I
Yeah,
like part two really really well. I really
yeah.
do, because I remember like there was a scene where I remember there was a scene where where where
Just thinking
where
about it makes me
Joseph
laugh, doesn't
was
it?
taking a he was taking a peek at who's the female character again? What's her
Lisa,
name again?
Lisa, 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 and then she
Lisa
was in the
Lisa, and then
bathtub.
his the moment when he says nice, I'm like that's such a
Is that every dude's relatable moment? Like hell yeah, like she
nice.
can't even
Like,
like a naked woman in a bathtub dream.
yeah, because the thing is, right? I think I like it very much because I watched part one. Because like the first JoJo was like he's a very gentleman person, and then part two is just kind of an asshole,
Yeah,
but in a good way.
yeah. No, he's a cocky smart ass. I like so
Cocky smart ass.
he's a bit obnoxious. Like in the beginning, he's actually not, but he comes off
Mhm.
that way that makes people like like okay, do I really like this guy or nah?
Yes,
Shiro
yes.
says friendship is oh yes, very true in
But then
JoJo.
you
Friendship is
Sosuke
magic.
says, but then you realize that Lisa is his mom. Yes, that
Yeah,
made
so
me
I think
even laugh
yeah,
like crazy when I knew that was
I
his mom.
I love JoJo's
Uh,
plot twist in the story. Like you find out there's like a lot of deep hidden secrets that you kind of unravel through the whole show. And
mm,
it's actually very interesting. So part 3 was really about like friendship and like adventures on the and like adventure.
yes,
And then when you get to
yes.
part four is my personal favorite. It holds a special place in my heart. I really enjoyed it. I have like
Part four was
part
who's part four again? Is Josuke, is it?
yeah, part four was Josuke. So he's kind of like it kind of gave me a throwback to like Archie's
Mm.
comics where you're kind of like in a town. They don't
Oh,
focus on like the world anymore. You're kind of like in town, like in this mysterious town called Morio.
yes.
And they kind of just focus on the neighborhood and the characters there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite characters in there is Rohan. So Rohan to me is like the most OP JoJo character because his power and stand is literally like I think God mode if I'm not he's literally God if it so when the manga artist created him it was kind of like a Easter egg like if he was a JoJo character that would be him in a way a little bit
Oh,
so basically what's it called I think he would enjoy it because JoJo's reference and JoJo's
mm-hmm.
storyline took a whole 180 turn. So you know it's usually about like Jotaro and the
Mm-hmm.
Joestars. I don't know. This one takes a 180
Yes,
turn. Like you are actually given the
yes.
perspective of um the villain instead. So
Mm-hmm.
that's as much as I would go deep into the series. I feel like you need to watch it in order to enjoy it fully. But you do meet a
Mm-hmm.
character named Rohan, and Rohan's really cool because he's actually a mangaka. Like in the show, he's like a famous manga artist. It's like rich as fuck.
Okay.
He's really famous, you know. Y'all gotta pitch me in next time. I gotta see you all on the upcoming. I gotta sell y'all on the upcoming anime. Oh my god! So for JoJo, right?
Okay.
What do I have to say? So part 4 kind of focuses on that, but yeah, when you're
Mm-hmm.
introduced to Rohan, he is actually a famous like manga artist, rich as fuck, cool, handsome, all that.
Okay.
But his stand power is OP as fuck, meaning that
Mm.
literally, I think I forgot his stand's name, but he literally has the ability to like rewrite your whole
Which one?
life. Yeah, so he can
Oh,
open you up like an actual
is he
book.
the person that said what's that? Is I remember he's saying like Kotowaru kind
Oh
of
no,
thing like
I don't know. Oh wait.
it's okay.
Oh god, it's been
But I
so long.
refuse. He says that like what something something something, and then he will say, "But I refuse."
Uh no, I think yeah, that could be him. It kind of sounds like him.
It kind of sounds like
Oh my
him.
god, but basically he has the power to like
Mm-hmm.
rewrite your whole literally rewrite your life. And the scary part is that once he does, like once he uses
Mm-hmm.
that power, like his stand power, So basically his stand will come out, and if the stand like touches you, you basically become like a book, like paper, and he can literally
Uh-huh.
open up and read your whole biography of your life up till that moment, like how you were as a kid, how
Yes.
you everything, and that's like really scary. And so he can know like your deepest darkest secrets, trauma, like whatever. And the scary part is that he can rewrite literally your future, or literally like it's like, I want this guy to pass out right now and never wake up until so and so arrives. And then
Ooh,
and then
nice.
you know what the scary part is, once he's done writing, you don't remember
Uh-huh.
anything. You wake, so
Nice.
only he knows. You know, it's like how mangaka artists is like, ah, yes, my main character is
Yes.
gonna go through this moment, but they don't know it. They're gonna know now. So that's the joke Rohan does. Oh yeah, Shiro says Rohan is the one that says it. His stand is basically making you a
Oh,
diary. Yes, in short, that's kind of scary, but I kind of like it.
I
I'm
love
like,
it. I love it very much.
I want to be his best friend just so that I'm never on his bad side, so that won't happen to me. You get what I mean?
Yep, I do. I really
It's
do.
it was, for me that's like godlike power already. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
bro. That's, I don't want to fuck
But
with that.
I still like Josuke's power. I like Josuke's power still because the thing where I think his stance power was that he can repair things.
Yes, he can. He
It's
can.
super convenient. Or
Yes.
his best friend, his himbo best friend,
Mhm.
um, I forgot his name, but like his other friend's power was that stand power was that he can erase space, so he can either like get you close, like get closer to the other person, or you know,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That
yeah,
one I
delete
know.
space.
Mhm. Oh, that one was very interesting. His
Yes, I like that
remember the
too.
fact that Rohan sent someone to see, Rohan sent someone to help, bro. Okay. That's how scary Rohan can be. Oh my gosh. And then
My
just leading up,
gosh.
then I watched JoJo Part 5. JoJo Part 5 is also my favorite. That to me
Mhm.
is like bros on the road. Like for real, for real.
Part
For
five
real.
was the
Golden Wind. Golden
Dio's son.
yes, Dio's son. So you get to find out that Dio has a son, but he's also like Joe.
Yes.
So it's like Joestar blood runs through him. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
But
what the fuck?
the story is very good, very interesting, and comes full circle, just like any JoJo. Like that's one of
Mm.
my personal favorite JoJos. I love Bruno. Love him so much. He's the one that's
Mm-hmm.
got the bob haircut and like the really extravagant white outfit. Then you get to
Nice.
JoJo Part 6, which is the latest one right now that's out, which is Stone Ocean. So, surprisingly,
Oh.
JoJo Part 6, it's like girl power, femme power, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's Jolene's
Yeah,
storyline.
Jolene's story. It's pretty good too, but surprisingly,
Mm.
not my favorite JoJo.
Oh.
It's my least favorite JoJo part. I
Mm.
surprisingly, I don't know why. No, I think okay, one of the reasons why is maybe because they started nerfing the characters, which I felt like, oh man, this
Mm-hmm.
sucks. Nah, don't do this. I was like
Nah, don't
you
do
would,
this.
yeah, you would no, that's why when people would be like they nerf them, which can get a little bit sad. But yeah,
Mm.
Jolene's JoJo part, surprisingly, I was surprised myself. Watched the whole thing on Netflix and I was like, oh my god, this is not my favorite JoJo. What?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I won't say it's
yeah,
a
I was
bad JoJo.
agree.
It's really not my favorite. So I was kind of like
Yeah.
stunned, like, oh, this is not my favorite, but okay, it was okay, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm so sorry. We just went on a tangent on JoJo,
Yeah, a lot of
but
tangents.
yeah, and it just so that just to wrap up stream.
Mm.
Okay, I brought in the picture of our best boys here. We got
Yeah.
Gojo and Ghetto, the GGs.
Yeah.
the
I like the muscle dude. I like
you
the
like
brother.
brother. I know who he is. To. It starts with a T.
I love him. I love him
Jujutsu
very much.
Kaisen. It starts with a T. His name starts with a T. My brother, I know.
I love him very
I know.
much.
No, it's not. It's what's his name? Let me
Okay.
ensure. Toge. Oh my God, Shiro got it. Toge.
I love him. He is
Let me. Let
the
me.
best
Oh
character.
my God. Do you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, by the way? Are you like up to date with like the
I
series?
watched episode up until episode 2.
Oh, okay.
But there are some like moments or clips on YouTube that I found. I'm like, he is a really good character. He likes Jennifer Lawrence. That's a very good.
Yes, Itadori
That's a
really
very good.
likes Lawrence, which I really
I love
appreciate.
him.
So I
He,
think Jujutsu Kaisen at the time came at the most, I would say,
hmm
very it they literally came out the moment, like I think a month after Naruto ended. So there was
Is
no
it?
other shonen that was like airing that was like new.
Uh huh.
So when Jujutsu Kaisen came out, that was like a fucking fresh air. And I remember when I was
It
watching it,
was.
like from the like from the first episode. I remember watching the first episode, and I
Mm.
saw oh my god, it's Todo. So thanks, Shiro. Okay,
Odo.
Todo. Oh my god,
Thank
Jujutsu. Like
you.
we're not fake Jujutsu Kaisen fans. Okay, it's just that we haven't
Yeah.
watched it in a while.
Yeah. I haven't watched. Finished
Um,
watching it yet.
so I remember watching the first episode, and I remember when I saw Gojo in the first episode. The first thing I said
hmm
was, "Oh my god, it's Kakashi's cousin. I need to know who this guy is. He's gonna be cool as Kakashi." Like that was my first. Who this Kakashi looking ass dude? I need to know. I got to find out, and the story was just a banger. Like for the first three episodes, like one, two, three. It's like it got
hmm
it. You were just like whoa, whoa, whoa. Um,
I like. Yeah.
that's what I felt they had. They had a compass, the formula, the shonen formula to make it a banger. You know what I mean? So I think once they established that, it gave the series like a purpose to like keep going. And then later you
hmm
get to find out that it gets a little bit dark and twisted. It's not really all happy, happy go lucky,
Yes. 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 I agree.
and season two is coming out, by the way. Which I think
Is
it's
it?
coming out like literally this month or next month. I think it's out already.
Ah.
Wait, let me check.
I love it.
Let me check.
I love
Is
the
it out?
action scenes. I love the I think another reason why is because it has good comedy. I would say it has that good
Oh yes,
comedy.
for sure.
There's no such thing as harem. For
Yeah.
once, I'm happy.
Animation
I'm
is
more
bomb. I think
yeah.
girl power is amazing in
Yeah.
that.
I like the female
Yeah,
characters.
female character representation is bomb as fuck. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
because usually shonen anime has this very failed formula on its female characters,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
where like like I'll give a good example. Sakura was one of them from Naruto. She's like,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
female power, but every time it came to Sasuke, Sasuke was like a fucking kryptonite. And I was like, girl, get a grip. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. But these girls, like in Jujutsu Kaisen, can like get a grip. But no hate to Sakura. Like, I guess there's where it actually shows like like even in
Mhm.
anime characters, no character is perfect and they have their downfall. You get what I mean?
Mhm.
It's that. So like for Sakura, she's almost perfect, except when Sasuke gets in the way, she becomes a wreck. And it
Yeah.
downgrades her to like it's like, oh come on, Sakura. Fuck. But okay. Uh, I love the fact that Jujutsu implemented Malaysia locations in the series. Oh my god, yeah, I think that was also a really nice
What do you
touch.
do?
So, I have the manga too. Oh my god, I have like the copy of the manga.
Interesting.
So they actually like if you do read the manga,
Okay.
Malaysia is actually in it, two locations specifically,
Ah.
which is like really nice. I think Akutami Sensei probably had a friend here in Malaysia, or he really likes Malaysia, So, do you want to know what the locations were, or you want me to
Which
keep it
yeah,
spoiler
I would
free?
love to know.
Okay, so fellow Malaysians who are watching, there are two locations basically that are mentioned. One is Kuantan. Kuantan was mentioned. So
What the fuck?
there's
Okay.
literally a landscape of Kuantan in there, and you're like, wait,
Okay.
Kuantan keropok leko do sedap. That was the first thing that came into mind.
Okay.
Beli keropok leko kat situ. But anyway, Kuantan was mentioned there, and then literally Dataran Merdeka.
Wow.
Yes, Dataran Merdeka. So
Okay.
I am just dying for some Malaysian, please, for the love of God, to cosplay as a character and just stand at Dataran Merdeka. Let people get the
Damn.
reference.
Okay,
But
I'm sold.
surprisingly,
I'm sold.
nobody has done it. So I'm like, why?
Okay, I'm watching this show.
Okay.
I'm watching.
It doesn't come out in the anime. It's actually in the
It,
manga for that
it's
one.
okay. Good enough.
Oh, good
Good
enough.
enough.
So
Good
there will be a
enough.
character that's in Dataran Merdeka. I'm like, why hasn't anyone cosplayed? This is so pivotal. And if they do it at night, it will be even
Yo,
more
they should. They
spectacular.
should.
It
Yeah,
will be even more
why people have not
spectacular.
done that yet?
I don't know.
Why?
No, I think because it's so far deep in like the manga territory that it's really far deep. Um, but then again, now not so because it's in the Shibuya arc. So the Shibuya arc is
Mm-hmm.
literally coming like after. I don't know whether Jujutsu Kaisen's latest
Mm-hmm.
season, which is season 2 right now, will actually feature it because it kind of, I think it might, but maybe not. I'm not sure. But we do know that season 2 is going to cover the flashbacks and young arc
Uh-huh.
of our BBs here, which is Gojo and Geto. Look at how handsome they are. So look at
Ooh.
these best friends. Wait, let me bring out the poster. They're so handsome here. I mean, God. As a female,
Well, you think I'm gonna
yeah.
watch Jujutsu Kaisen for the female, which is a bit true.
Mm-hmm.
But I still love Todo very much. I
Oh
love
yeah,
him. I
Todo's
want to
a
become
adorable
him.
bear. I love him.
He's such a wholesome guy. Looks great, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but at the same time, I do like honestly, right? I do like the female characters in Jujutsu Kaisen as well. Because it's not your typical oh no, the shy Japanese
Yeah,
anime
yeah, yeah.
girl
These girls
trope.
are like, fuck you up.
Like fuck you.
Yeah, that's
Like
what I love about the girls as well. I'm just like, fuck yeah,
yes,
bitches, get it. They can get it for sure.
yeah.
Primer, they can
Because I
definitely
love
get it.
it. I love it very much.
Oh
If
my
I were
god.
to have a friend like that, yes, I would like to have a friend that tells me to screw it, or let me in on a prank or something like that instead of a love
Yeah.
story. This is good. This is
Everybody
good.
has good story baseline stories of them, which I really really like.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a little secret. I do want to cosplay Mei. Mei's cool. Mei, I love Mei as well. Mei's like you'll actually get introduced to more characters in the series primer, and inside it's like, I mean, of course, Jujutsu Kaisen. I definitely like the first half, very good. The second
Mm-hmm.
half was just as good as well. Kind of like envelops the story and brings it full circle. I'm really excited for season 2, which is the poster you see right here.
I see it.
Don't
I
let it
see
fool
it.
you. There's a lot of me and my best friend was looking at, because me and my best friend we read the manga as
Mm-hmm.
well. And this key visual, can you tell me a little bit about
Mm-hmm.
like how you're looking at it, how you feel, like
I
what
would
vibes
say
it's giving off?
it looks very happy, to be honest.
No, it's not.
Oh my gosh, when you're laughing like that, that
Yeah.
means something is wrong, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. When they made this
Oh
key
shit.
visual, me and my best friend were laughing. We were like, anime watchers don't know the
uh,
fucking lie. So basically, this poster is lying to you. Okay, it's
oh my
it's
gosh.
lying to you on
Oh
on
no.
on the most biggest fuck you lie ever. But I love that the animators did this because they're like, oh, look at them. They all look
Yeah, yeah.
so. It
But I
look.
think I think right. I think like from this poster it looks very happy, but deep inside me I know um I have a feeling that it's not going to be as happy, but there will be some elements of comedy, but it's going to be more action oriented.
Mm-hmm.
It's Am I right, or it's going to be a lot more mature than I thought? Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
And
uh,
my laugh is your answer. There we go. I won't say
oh
much.
boy.
But yeah, I think my I won't, I can't answer that question actually, but I would say you're pretty spot on for like the
Oh.
action bit. Pretty spot on. There
Okay.
is a
Okay.
reminiscent of fun in there, I would agree, but at the same time, I'm like, I love what the animators did to this. Anime
Mhm.
watchers aren't ready. Now, anybody who's watching the stream is gonna think, what? Something's bad gonna happen? Oh, I won't say if it's bad or not, but something does happen. So that's like the fun part. This arc is definitely my favorite because we get a backstory of like Geto and Gojo, their young versions, even Shoko as well.
Hmm.
Basically, we kind of go back on like the OG origin stories of our like characters of today. So that's what makes this show interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen. I love the characters.
Hmm.
It's to me they're like a breath of fresh air, and I think as you know, everybody waiting for Daddy Toji to show up, the DILF in the whole last series, and certified DILF because he's an actual dad. So
Damn.
damn, Daddy. So Daddy gonna
Yes.
be appearing in this one for sure. All the literally TikTok, Twitter, anime fandom's gonna fucking blow up. The dad
Hmm.
is here. Once Toji gets released, oh, I swear to God, he can beat every other anime dad in
Hmm.
like he literally is the for in terms of DILF energy beats every anime dad a little bit. Like he kind of but is he like but best dad award of course I maybe not but DILF energy oh pretty
Hmm.
pretty 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 much there, you know.
Good enough.
He's got the BDE, which is the big dick energy. So girls love that, and I can see why. Like, but even guys too. I don't know. You know, the bi
Hmm.
panic in some people, but you know, even Shira's like Toji and with like the heart, the less than three heart. Oh my god! But are you looking forward to like season two? Do you? I know that you have a sister who watches the show and everything.
Yes.
Ooh.
I think like based on her review,
Mhm.
um, I would say it's interesting. That's why I watched like one or two episodes of it.
Mhm.
And I think like the only reason why I didn't continue is because one is still ongoing. At the
Mhm.
same time as well, I don't have much time to watch it.
Mhm.
But I would watch it. I would watch it. I would watch it just for Togo. Just for Togo. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Todo, sorry.
Yes. Toto. Yes. Yes. Toto. Toto is honestly like quite the MVP character, I would say. The show is it okay, one thing I do like about Jujutsu Kaisen is like the pace of the storyline. It also has a good world building element to it. So that
Mm-hmm.
means it's actually quite easy to grasp like what is Jujutsu Tech, what's Jujutsu High, who's Gojo Satoru, all that. You know, it kinda gives a good narrative for everybody, even for its villains as well, that I
Mm-hmm.
personally like. And animation, beautiful because by Mappa, of
Yes,
course.
animation is beautiful. Super beautiful.
Opening and endings were bomb as fuck as well. So I think that's what's really nice. But I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen definitely built the new wave of fresh shonen
Mm-hmm.
after Naruto had ended. I think
Yes.
it released in like December. It was during COVID. No, not during COVID. I think before COVID. I can't remember, but
Was it during COVID?
I can't remember. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But I remember I picked up on Jujutsu Kaisen, and that's when like Naruto. It was not Naruto series ended. It was when the Naruto manga had just, and it was either one. It was either the manga had ended or like
Mm-hmm.
the anime show had ended. I forgot which one. And that
Mm-hmm.
really blossomed. So basically, there's where all the shonen people went. They're like, okay, Jujutsu Kaisen, hell yeah. And then because now these are the same people who are now watching like for like Chainsaw Man, and then now after
Mm-hmm.
Chainsaw Man, it's gonna be I forgot what's another shonen that we know that's like that's out right now. No, I mean there's still good ones like no, those are I wouldn't call those shonen. Those are like harem. Like the Rising Shield Hero is a harem anime. Even though it's an
Okay.
isekai harem, so it's about like how the protagonist gets
Ah.
isekai'd, and then there's like a harem of girls who are like swoon over him. But dude,
Mm-hmm.
him as an MC, oh my god, the best MC. It's just the girls make it a bit, but it's demographic for like I guess guys. But I can't relate with that.
Yes.
Like I love how the MC is like damn neutral. He's like he doesn't have like that whole like you know harem series formula where like oh my
Okay.
god this girl likes me, oh my god I like this girl. He's literally
Yeah, yeah,
like doing
yeah.
main character shit. He doesn't have time for love. Like it's not that he
Yeah.
does it. He cares, he cares for his nakama, and like, not gonna, he does, but
Hmm.
there's like romantic interest and all is like not in it. So
Yeah, it's not his first priority.
yes, it's not his first priority. His first priority is to become a good soldier and defeat evil, not
Yes.
to swindle away in romance. It's
Yes,
not
I
that
agree.
saying that he can't have it. It's just that dude's got his priorities right. And the girls are
Yeah.
honestly are the bimbos of the show. The typical anime formula. Oh my god! I'm like, girls, please.
Calm down.
Yeah, stop. Like, but for me, but that's me as a female, so I would feel like this is mostly targeted to, like, I guess, male audience. Maybe guys would enjoy it more because getting attention of girls is great. If I was a dude, I'd like it too. Like, ah, she likes me, that kind of thing. So fan service, it's normal, like
Yes.
for any fandom. So yeah, but I'm glad to know that you're excited to like watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm excited. Wait, let me find the date of when it's releasing. Season 2,
I would be
Jujutsu
finding time to
Kaisen.
watch it. I would say I would like to try to find time to
Oh,
watch it.
yes, yes, yes. Who's your okay, other than Todo, who's your favorite female character? I know you know this,
Oh,
but
finally you have asked the question.
oh, it's coming out July 6th. So that's like literally next Friday.
Ah, it's like
No, next
well,
Thursday.
it's already yeah,
Yeah.
it's already 1st of July by now
Yeah.
because it's 12:43 a.m.
Mhm.
That's 6 more days.
Yeah, 6 more days. Ooh, we getting up
Yes, that's
on
like 1 week
it.
from now.
Woo woo wee woo. So yeah, who's your favorite female character before we wrap
I
up
would
the show
say
today?
I have two. I have two
Okay.
favorites. It's either um I forgot her name. She's the one with the hammer.
Ah, okay, Nobara. You like Nobara.
Yeah, it's either
Nobara.
Nobara or oh man, the girl with the gun.
The girl with the gun. Oh, so you like Maki's sister. God, I hate her.
Yeah,
I feel
I
so
think
bad
her.
saying that.
Yeah. I can understand your sentiment on that part. I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
do.
Maki's
But somehow
sister
I don't know
is
why, but she's really
my.
cool.
Yeah, I liked Mai until when her character was introduced. Like I like her aesthetics until her character was introduced. I was like, oh, I don't really like her
Yes.
anymore. Like that's how I felt. So okay, interesting. Yeah, I like how she opens up to Toto in the series when he gives her like the ticket to like go see the Aiduru. You'll come into a point of the episode. It's actually really wholesome. Very cute, very wholesome. I really enjoy it. But it's nice to know that you like your female characters. Really good choice. Really good choice. A
Yes.
big kudos to
Thank
you.
you.
There'll be more female characters. I'm gonna let you know that. So I can't wait. Maybe when we have a next podcast, I like to hear who are like
Yes,
maybe your next
please.
female characters you like. I'm very biased for my females. I think I really like Maki, like
Mm-hmm.
from anime right up till right now, which is the manga arc. Really love her. I've really loved
Mm-hmm.
her. She has good character development. Really like that. Favorite male characters. So I'm of the female preferable audience. So I love all men in this show, except wait.
Wait, what?
Yeah, to take back that statement, I was like, I love all men. Let me, no, wait. No, but actually, just like any other gal, my main bias, somebody that I would kiki with would be Gojo. Even though, like, I like Gojo to me is like a mood, like yeah, he's hot and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, 6 eyes, fucking like the greatest sorcerer I know, right? But like he's honestly like a mood that I would love to like
Yes.
vibe with. He may be like the annoying dad, but I kind of fuck with it. Like if later down the line
Big mood.
when you read the manga, you're just gonna be like mood, fucking
Big
big
mood.
mood, yeah, big mood. But I love Gojo. He's at least I like how Gege Akutame Sensei has like just made him like he literally wrote there I made Gojo and now he's my most hated character ever. I was not expecting people to like this asshole, and I was like, I find that joke fucking the biggest joke to laugh at because that I was just like, wow, damn shit, bro. I can't relate, but it's like it must suck. I remember, yeah, he literally wrote in like the Kaisen volume where he's like, I remember creating him as just, this ass, but now the whole world is
Ah.
in love with this ass. I was like, oh my
Ah.
god. It's like when you create like an abomination and the abomination is the most liked thing.
My
I
gosh.
think that's what Gege was trying to get at. So, mm, but Gojo
My god.
to his like shonen preference, not only that, like, but I would say
Mhm.
I'm biased because he's like the perfect, like, why would you not like him other than the fact that
Mhm.
he's like hot and he's powerful and he, like, can you
Yeah.
imagine being on Gojo's good side? You will not die. you
Mhm.
you know you're protected, but you're protected, but you're safe. You know what I mean? You're good. You're
Yes.
good. Like, and
You're
then
in
if you're
safe
going, yeah,
hands.
you're in safe hands. And if you're on his good side, even better. Even better. So I mean, that's what's great about Gojo. I think, um,
Mm.
to a certain level and extent, for like any female watcher, they would love him. Just
Okay.
honestly, white hair anime boy with beautiful eyes, amazing. So yeah, Primer.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Our stream has almost gone on for
Yes, I was
three
about to say that
hours.
too.
Yes. So yeah, I'm glad that we're both looking forward to
Mhm.
Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 is actually coming out next week, which is what I'm really excited for. I'll try. I actually want to catch up with the manga to like
Mhm.
a lot, but I've no Jujutsu Kaisen kind of does like go through that shonen arc where you're like you wait for the arc to finish and then you'll just binge watch read it. So I'm probably gonna
Mhm.
do that now. I think about two arcs have passed and I'm like, I think this is a good time to catch up now, because I remember I was waiting for it like every week, but then there were times where Akutami Sensei had to take a hiatus break because he was working too hard. So sometimes there would be no new chapters like within a month, and also I took a hiatus off reading as well because I was like, oh yeah, it's just standstill. You know what I mean? The show. So the fact that it's
Mhm.
catching up and season 2 is gonna come out. It's gonna be a really exciting July for us.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we okay. Before I end the stream,
Yes.
everybody, um, Primer, I like to thank you for coming and joining me today, and
Thank
we
you
get to talk
too.
about anime, which is like super fun. This is like what we do in our chill time anyway, but I wanted to do this
Yes.
on stream. I feel like maybe if we have more friends to join along, it'll be like super fun. But
Yes, we should.
I'm happy to know that this whole like thing went on smoothly, and I'm really happy, and I really really enjoyed my time with you, having you here and just chilling out. So thank you again
Mhm.
for joining
Thank you
me in today's
too.
stream. I hope you enjoyed it. It was like two hours, and
Nah,
we're
thank you
almost
too
at 3
for
hours actually. So a good cap time. This has gone for like 3 hours.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for the chit chat too though.
Oh,
Really, I
welcome,
really
welcome.
appreciate it very, very much.
I know we went on a tangent on like JoJo and and a little bit of like our preference on anime. But hopefully one day we can like shed more topic
Yes, we
on
should.
like more anime, like our preferences and stuff. Especially now that everybody knows a little bit about us, what we like, what we don't
Mhm.
like. Yeah. Aw, Shiro says this is so chill and so nice. Well, thank you for
Thank
keeping us company,
you.
Shiro. Thanks for joining the stream. We're actually happy to like see what chat has to say, and then you guys can join us in on the podcast too. So I would consider this stream hopefully when there are more people joining in and when I get a better VTuber model. um like we can do like a community stream so everybody can like join in and chat and have fun. But
Oh,
I do
yes.
want to do that one day, like have a community, like I think it's called community, like a community stream. It's kind of like where you interact with chat, so basically they can join
Mhm.
you in like games or like like special invites where, yeah, like playing games like, what's that game, Fallout. Like you can play Fallout, or you can play like Super Mario Kart with your viewers, because they all enter like by a party code, and you all get to
Mhm.
play like online, which is like super fun. So yeah, I plan on doing that one day. And yeah, I'm glad
Yes.
we got to talk about our anime
Thank you very
VTuber
much.
collab. Maybe, oh my god, I would love to do a VTuber collab. But that's, I feel like that's when I like oh my god, Primer, maybe the next time you'll see me, I'll have like a
Mm-hmm.
proper model. Right now, you're seeing
It's okay.
a model that I'm using. It's a free model. Oh god, my PC is so slow. I know my mouth is not as moving as real time, but my blinking is. See, like, you know when I blink?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm like
It's okay. I think it looks
left
great.
left right eye, but hopefully when I do get like a VTuber model or even a PNG tuber model, I'm actually okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, it probably looks similar like the one I have. Like my OC definitely does have like these Sailor Moon buns, and my hair is kind of like flowy. It would be more flowy, but you know, this is the hairstyle that I
It looks
got.
great. It looks
Thank you.
great.
All right, guys. So I'm going to be wrapping up the stream now. Thank you all for joining. Hopefully, I'll be able to stream sometime next week. So
Yes.
I won't sure know. I'll keep you guys updated. No worries. If you guys would also like to, before me and Primer go, I'm just gonna wrap up my side.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll update when my next stream will be. It might not be on a Friday. I might do it on a weekend. You guys can just check out my YouTube or my Twitter for more updates. Please check out Primer's channels. He's more online on Twitch, I assume. Primer? Twitch, yes,
Yes.
Twitch. He's got Instagram and also TikTok. You can find his link in my description.
Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming in. I also, if any of you guys want to support me, I do have a Streamlabs link as well. Everything can be found in the description. So yeah, I guess that's it about this stream today. Thank you again, everybody, for joining, and we'll see you all later. Bye,
Okay. Bye bye,
bye. Wait,
everyone.
bye. Wait, I need to find.